Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting vlog with the Eric Butts, fresh out of the shower. That's a cool shirt, they say. Welcome to the vlog. These get very long because I ramble and do things. So we do time code this if you want to find gaps in the red play bar or open up the description. You'll see a big list of blue numbers. It'll tell you what everything is. Click on what you want to see, skip what you don't, watch it whatever order, however you want to do it. I'm filming this on January 5th, 2025. It is 5:36 p.m. and we got a full standard vlog for you for the most part. We're definitely about to do some awesome cooking that I've already filmed and it turned out pretty good. We might do a junk food taste test. We're debating. We're going to talk to you spoiler-free about our feelings on Stranger Things 5. If we do spoilers, we'll give you a warning. We're going to unbox some stuff, some Disney pins. We got some fun travel updates. Those of you that like the Disney vlogs and have been asking for a certain something for a while, we got some good news. We're gonna do a cocktail. That's about it. But it should be a pretty full vlog. I'm gonna let y'all get to it, and I'm gonna go get started on filming the rest of it. So for now, enjoy the cooking. Yeehaw! Welcome to the cooking segment, everybody. We got some fun cooking going on. Now, we'll give you a heads up. You may notice there's other cooking happening. Ignore that. I'm just making some refried beans because my lovely wife requested some, and I make really great refried beans. I use Sam the Cooking Guy's recipe. It's excellent. Haven't made them in a long time, making a double batch so I can keep some. But what we're here to make...
Thank you, honey.
Not making that joke, though. We have a fun little in joke. That's all I'm telling you. So this comes from My Korean Kitchen. We're going to make Bacon Kimchee Stir-Fried Rice. Pardon me. Oh, my God. Awesome. I love kimchi. It's a bunch of fermented cabbage and stuff and a bunch of seasonings. I'm gonna go with this. I do have another jar of it. I may need it. We're gonna have to chop that down some. We're gonna go ahead and use some of this bacon. That's gonna be delicious. We're going to, now it does suggest enoki mushrooms, E-N-O-K-I. No idea what that was, definitely couldn't find it, but I thought, well, we could still throw some other mushrooms in there. So I got the stir fry blend from Kroger. Crimini, shiitake, oyster. They're already sliced. We will just rinse those off. Okay, we need 3 cups of steamed short grain rice. And I've already made the rice, but because it was easy, I'll talk to you about that. That's the rice I bought and used, of Japanese sushi rice. In this case, is what I'm going for. 4 large eggs, because apparently this feeds 4. We'll get to that. It's just gonna go on top. You don't even have to do it. I think I want to do it. It looks awesome. And that reminds me, I have a special thing. Don't forget to use my special power weapon at the end on the egg, Mary.
Okay.
We're gonna need half a teaspoon of minced garlic. So I got a couple tiny cloves here. We need a 1/4 cup of kimchi juice. We'll get that out of there. We need half a tablespoon of sesame oil. So I went with this one. It is not toasted, it's cold pressed. There's also toasted, be aware of that. Tablespoon of cooking oil, and I thought for this, I was gonna go with avocado oil. I think it just sounds better for this. A little more flavorless, not changing things, but a little healthier. Some toasted sesame seeds. If you don't have toasted, you can just dry pan toast them yourselves. And then recommended to garnish a little bit of green onion. I got some of that, we'll dice some of that up. And roasted, seasoned seaweed, shredded. Best I could do is this, so I'm just gonna tear some sheets up. And we're gonna make this pretty freaking awesome. That's the plan. So, let's see, how do we go about? Oh yeah, well, okay, before we get into it, let me tell you about the rice, because I did do a little special. Obviously, I just used a rice cooker. I did 2 cups of the rice. I did rinse it until the water was clear. Uncle Roger will be not proud of me, because I used a colander, or at least a little strainer. And then I just did that on the white, okay. I let it soak for 30 minutes in the rice cooker, and then I turned it on the white rice setting. I got down here a little late after it cooked, so I didn't get it out immediately. It maybe set on the warmer for an hour. I threw it in a big bowl, and I put, shoot, I guess I need to tell you exactly what I put in there, because I looked for what kind of makes it a little bit, the way Korean would do, Korean people would typically do their rice, theoretically. I could be wrong, it was what I found online. I think it's the AI answer anyways. So after it was cooked, I threw it into a big bowl, and I used a teaspoon of salt. I may have used a little much. It's good, it's maybe a little salty. And a tablespoon of sesame oil, and I forked through that and let a lot more steam out, and then I let it cool, and then I put it in jars, because you want to cook with cold rice. Apparently you can do it with fresh rice if you're in a hurry, but you're going to want to let your rice sit for, that's not the recipe, there it is. Where do they talk about that? You're gonna leave your rice at least out for 5 to 10 minutes to room temperature to cool, but cold is gonna be better. Okay, so that's how we work all that. So on a medium-high heat, we're gonna preheat a pan, wok. I don't have a wok, I'm sorry, one day. We're gonna add the cooking oil, spread it around with a spatula. Add the garlic for 10 seconds. Then we're gonna add in our thumb-sized pieces of bacon. Stir that till it's half cooked. Then we're gonna add the kimchi, also diced to thumb-sized pieces in the pan, stirring till it's 80% cooked. No idea how to tell that. Optional, we're gonna add the mushrooms and mix them well for a few seconds. Reduce the heat to medium, medium-low. Add the rice and the kimchi juice, mix all of them together well and thoroughly. Add the sesame oil and mix them well. Remove the pan from the heat. Serve the kimchee fried rice on a plate. Garnish with sesame seeds, green onions, and seaweed strips. All optional. Place a cooked egg on top. And then I have a superpower weapon I want to put on top of that. You don't want fresh kimchi. You do want actual older kimchi. There's a thing about using rice vinegar to make it more sour because you want it to be a little sour. You can also, if you don't have enough kimchi juice, you can substitute some soy sauce and some gochujang. Just look this up on My Korean Kitchen if you want those details. So I will need to prep some of the ingredients then, huh? Also, I'm going to assume with adding the mushrooms that I need to add that when I add the kimchi, because it's not going to cook if I just throw it in there for a second. Yeah, that sounds right. All right, so first things first, before I move the camera down, let's go ahead and, oh, that's right, I put the strainer away. We'll figure it out. All right, I'm going to rinse out my mushrooms. My mushrooms, so I'm just gonna use a strainer, same thing I used for the rice. Yep, wash before using. Oh, this is only 4 ounces, so technically we wanted 7 ounces, but again, this is not rocket science. I'm sure you could put all kinds of stuff in here. I just figured it'd be nice to get a little of the mushroomy goodness going on. All right, so let's give it a little light rinsing. I'll let you go ahead and get an apron on because I'm getting splattered. All right, it looks pretty good to me. Boom. All right, we need to prep. Go ahead and get our green onion prepped and our garlic prepped. And then everything else, well, then we gotta chop some bacon and some kimchi. So we'll do that in gloves because that'll be messy. Yeah. Still use that. Okay. Sorry. I am a little bit hungry and I'm going into brain lock. I'm also gonna need to, oh yeah, I need to have a measuring thing for the bacon because it has a very oddly specific number of bacon. And I want to at least be in the ballpark. So I'm gonna go ahead and get our scale ready for that. Sorry, I'm usually a little more mise en place before we get started. Then I'm just gonna have me a little plate, throw the raw bacon on. Okay. Garlic. Green onions. Okay, let me get a little cup for the garlic. I'm just gonna end up putting more garlic in there. I love garlic. All right, let's get the camera down. We'll work the garlic, we'll work the green onions. I'm gonna chop up what green onions I can use. Some of them have gone bad. We've had them a little while, but some of them are still pretty good, so figure might as well just chop it all up and we'll figure out how much I need later. And this garlic is peeling itself. That's very helpful. Oh man, if you could make a garlic that did peel itself. Whew. But you still got all the freshness. Okay, hold on. It's not doing a great job, but it started off pretty well. Probably doesn't help that I'm like holding the peeled stuff in my hand trying to get the rest of it. There we go, that one's good. Do you just want to come off on your own too, buddy? Maybe. Yeah, that's working pretty well, I think. Oh, come on, man. Luckily, I have not actually got this paper off this one yet, so it's still good. If I drop it now, it's a problem. But okay, maybe I should have used my paper peeling trick on this one. I just thought it was going to come off as easy as the other guy. Sometimes garlic just wants to come out and play, and other days it's like, nah, brah. Then you get the ones that are like, I'm going to make it real easy until the very end. Almost there. Almost there. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's all good. Okay, okay. Now we're cooking with gasolina. Get the little roots off, or whatever. I'm gonna get these a little bit started, very carefully. Definitely working more than a teaspoon, I'm sure. Or half teaspoon, whatever it said. Thought about getting some, I might do the salt trick here too. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So, just to help the garlic not stick to the knife, we're gonna lay down a little bit of kosher salt in there. Not too much, we don't wanna like over salt it. It's not for seasoning, it's just for keeping it from getting too sticky. I mean, it's still gonna stick a little bit. It's gonna do a little better and hopefully not fly everywhere. It definitely cuts down on the stickiness. Okay. Just about got that where I want it. Yep, that should be good. I like having little chunky bits of garlic, so maybe you don't, you need to cut it down finer. Like that's probably all I really need right there, but let's garlic this bad boy up. Yeah, that's plenty. Okay. And I'll set that aside, clean up a little bit here. Back to you in a moment. Just push all this off to the side for right now. Okay, green onion prep now. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Yeah, you can see that some of these are definitely not in good shape. So let's start by figuring out which ones are still usable. For the most part, that guy's good. I guess I can just peel some stuff off of that one and get a little, at least some whites out of that. Yeah, there's some salvage to be made in there. Yeah, same here. I think if I just peel off some of the dead bits, I think we'll get a lot more out of this. Now, we don't need nearly this much. It said the recipe calls for like half a stalk. But, I mean, if I'm gonna cut some, I might as well cut more. Cut them all. All right. Then I'm gonna remove my wedding ring so I don't have to keep getting it wet. And I should have laid out some dry paper towel. Probably should have actually just prepped these first for you ahead of time. Don't worry, this shouldn't take me too long. We'll be back on camera before you know it. Maybe. Having a little bit of a peeling issue here. There we go. All right, my guy. Now you're good. All right. Making pretty quick work of it over here. We're like halfway already. Starting to get faster at it. All right, 2 to go. All right, and last one. Okay. Now we're just going to dry these off and get them on the cutting board. Then we're going to clean them up and then we can dice them down. Again, if they were all fresh, this would go a little bit cleaner. I mean, a little bit faster, but trying to cut down on food waste. Mary has taught me well over the years. All right, almost there, gang. I don't know why my words went wonky, but they did. Probably just need to be drinking. It's all right. Oh, I never told you. It's I don't know what today is. It's January 3rd, 2026, 7:29 p.m. So yeah, I'm getting a little late start here. Don't love it. Don't love it. All right, let me get a container. Whoa, shit. Didn't realize I left the trash open. My bad. Where? Like you? Yeah, you'll do. You'll do, pig. Who you calling pig? What? I'm just talking about the old singer of my punk rock band, Dr. Heimlich and his maneuvers. Okay. All right, first things first. Let's go in here and clean out the dead bits. So like this guy, yeah, we don't, that's gone. All right, how about you? A little bit up here maybe. Okay. Oh yeah, we got, oh yeah, that's got a lot that needs to come off. Okay, you might be good. All right, this guy I need to, yeah. Alrighty. Oh yeah. And, ah crap. Let me take a little of that tip off, I don't trust it. And last but not least, same here. Just do like that, there we go. All right, now let's dice down what we got. Actually, you gotta go too. Okay. All right, we'll get a better, proper knife handhold technique here in a minute. But as you can see, these are oddly curved. There we go. Now I'm starting to get some space to work. And I would be going faster normally, but again, I am being a little abundance of caution mode. Got to make sure I have all 11 working fingers when I get to Disney or Universal's Epic Universe. Oh yeah, I guess we'll have a travel update for you in this one. We have some news. I guess that's a bit of a spoiler, but it's fine. You knew it was in the plans, but you don't know what plans have happened and what has changed. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done with. All right, I think we can make a little bit quicker work of these. Get out of my way, you dingleberries. There we go. Okay. Kind of, since this really is, we need the greens more for garnish, I'm gonna go ahead and try to put the whites on the bottom here. I'm gonna have to do some. I guess I could bag that spinach. I got a huge thing of spinach, if you recall, from that egg cooking thing. And I never got around to making the pasta salad for Christmas dinner, which turned out to be a good thing, because we all got to eat more of Mary's incredible mashed potatoes. But now I have this gigantic thing of spinach that I don't have a lot of use for. I've been eating some of the spinach occasionally, but it's taking up so much fridge space. I guess I could throw it in a big old Ziploc and put it in the veggie drawer. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, that did get my eyes going a little bit. A little bit. Let's see here. Actually, that's a question. Should I dice down the mushrooms a little bit? I might need to do that. Get this other onion peeling in there. Okay, cool. Because those parts aren't very appealing. All right, let me check on that mushroom. It says rinsed and drained, but you know what? Nah, I think mine are fine. They might get broken up a little in the pan because they are going to shrink down. Okay, so is that everything prepped except for the kimchi and the bacon? I think it might be. Let's see. Can we work on the go here? Let me see how this goes. Can I dice that kimchi while the bacon is, I don't know. Well, we gotta weigh out the bacon and stuff anyway. Okay, so I got a plan. All right, what is that? Why is that crooked? Shouldn't be. Oh, it's not. Okay. Oh, jeez. Actually, hang on just a second. I need to do this differently. We're gonna want this over here where we can actually see what we're doing. All right, you good? Yeah, you're good. All right. And we're gonna zero that plate out. So it calls for, I think, 150 grams of bacon, or 5.3 ounces pre-cooked. So I'm gonna use this to get in the ballpark, is my plan. I'm gonna open my bacon off to the side though, so I can have it open to actually bake some in a little while. Because I don't think we're using this whole, we're definitely not, because this is 12 ounces of bacon. So honestly, I probably don't even need to weigh it. I could just throw half the thing of bacon in there. Kind of wondering if that's what I should just do. All right. All right. So 5.3, huh? All right, 5.3 ounces. All right. So again, in case you didn't see it, I've got the Private Selection Center Cut Double Smoked. That's my go-to, typically. Mary and I will sometimes buy other styles or whatever, but this is what we mostly end up having around the house most of the time. Having a heck of a time getting it open though. I don't usually have this much trouble, but I've heard it happens to all guys every now and then. Juicy bacon. Okay. All right, let's get there. We go. Also, I've already made not a huge mistake, but I did get my knife hand a little bacon greasy, but I think we're okay. All right. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna just put some pieces on here and bring it over. See what we're working with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those pieces. And we got 3 7/8, so we definitely want more. Grab 3 more pieces like that. We now have 6 1/4. I'm gonna use that much bacon. Of course, at the same time, it's like, well, that only leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 slices. It's hardly worth making an oven. Well, no, I can just do it on a smaller thing. Okay. Shit. So this part should go a little easier because we can just, so thumb-sized pieces. Remembering that they are going to shrink up. And kind of break those up as I put them back on the plate. Peel them apart. Oh, it smells good. I don't know, it might have come a little smaller than I should have. I'm gonna get fresh gloves. All right, we are almost done with the mise en place. Well, the cutting part of the mise en place. But I have a feeling this is one of those dishes that's gonna come together fairly quickly, so it's probably a good idea to have everything fairly ready. At least my first time making it. You know, as I make some of these dishes, I make them more and more over time. It honestly gets a heck of a lot easier just to be able to do a lot more stuff on the fly. I'm kind of wondering if I should just go ahead and say fuck it and throw all the bacon in here. But I don't want it to overpower the balance, I suppose. We already are kind of overdoing the bacon. All right. Okie dokie. All right. And I'm not too worried about the little bit of raw bacon contaminating the kimchi because it's all gonna get cooked in the same place. But still, wipe it down. Better safe than sorry. All right, so we got our bacon. Let's set that off to the side. So we put this away. Shouldn't need that again. Or do I? No, it was cups and stuff, okay. All right, we are so stinking close. Getting to cooking. I don't know what my beans doing. still got 28 minutes of soaking. Okay, how much kimchi? One cup of kimchi. And a quarter cup of the juice. This will be messy. I guess I could. That's an extra. Yeah. I'm gonna. All right, why not? I'm gonna have to run like 3 loads of dishes tonight anyway, so. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to try my best to fork out a bunch of this kimchi. Honestly, I'm not sure I need to cut this. This is kind of the size pieces I'd already want. So I don't think we are gonna cut this down. You know what? I think we could just safely, oh, I need more kimchi. Why don't we just go ahead and, we loaded up some extra bacon. We can always load up some extra kimchi, and then I know I've got enough kimchi juice left over. So in that case, just to get it separated, I'll just dump all this in here. Try to help it drain the juice out. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a lot more kimchi than it calls for, but oh no. Well, that's good. Not my favorite brand of kimchi. It was just what I used to be able to only be able to find. And then one day recently, it was what I could only find. But then that took me to some other brands that I've discovered I love more. Can't think of their names. But then they didn't have those brands and I had to buy some more of this. All right, well, I may still hold on to that one. This guy's fine. Okay, so other than just getting some measurement tools ready, I think we're about good to go. So the kimchi is ready, the bacon is ready, the mushrooms are ready, the rice. Maybe we should actually go ahead and figure out the rice because it might be a little hard to measure in the heat of the moment. Then again, I don't know. I got more rice than that, by the way. Timing the egg's gonna be awkward. I guess we could get a couple of eggs cooked, or prepped. Okay, garlic's ready, kimchi juice is ready. Half a tablespoon for the sesame oil. Half a tablespoon? Yes. And a tablespoon of cooking oil. Okay. Okay. All right, well in that case, let me have to use another cutting board later for my bean stuff, because I still got to dice up an onion and some more garlic for my refried beans. But we can go ahead and get those out of our way so we have some room to work here. We'll grab that cup back out because we're going to want it to measure my rice out a little bit. And we'll have the other rice ready. I'm pretty sure that container, this is almost 3 cups. So we got that much extra. All right. Eggs, right. I was going to go ahead and do some eggs so they're cracked and ready because I am going to have to time that properly, aren't I? Mary.
Yeah?
Are you gonna want an egg on yours?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured, I just want to make sure. which also means I also want to have this pan out. Is that really need for that pan? I don't really need the lid, that's fine. Ramekins. Got a chip on the outside. Should have fresh eggs in the up here fridge. It does have fresh eggs. I think I have just 2 left in here. That'll be amazing. 3. I got fucking 3 left in here. I need to put 1 egg back in the fridge. I'm gonna get this butter closer when I need it. I have a little bit of a timing concern on my part since I've not done this before. Okay. After we get the eggs cracked, we are basically ready to fucking roll. Got a little enthusiastic there, but we're all right. Oh, okay. I was worried about breaking the yolk on that one. Yolk. Oh, there's this. Shit. It doesn't happen to me often, but I do occasionally get a tiny piece of shell. Listen, it happens to everybody. Everybody gets some shell sometime. All right, so you're good. We'll wipe off there. Okay. All right. I really should clean the counter down a little bit. Okay, get this out of the way. Okay, I think, and therefore I am, we can tear the seaweed once we're actually ready. All right. Everybody, it's fuck time. I mean, cook time. Medium-high heat. Once heated, we add the cooking oil. Spread it well with a spatula. That is the weirdest thing to tell me. Just rinse it or just swash it around. All right, let me get one more paper towel on standby. Just have a place to set some stuff. Now, how much was the cooking oil? 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. I usually would eyeball this, but. Oh wait, medium high? Get the pan warm first. Yep. Okay. And the garlic goes in for like 10 seconds. Cook the bacon halfway there. Cook the kimchi 80% there. I have no idea what cooked kimchi is. We're just gonna wing and a prayer it. We're also gonna throw the mushrooms in when we do the kimchi. When we add the rice, kimchi juice, mix them together. Sesame oil, mix them well, take it off the heat. Serve them. Garnish them, egg them. Garnish the egg, because I have a plan. I'm guessing this is roughly 10 minutes.
Okay.
Once I get going here, roughly, I'm guessing maybe 15.
All right. I'm getting very hungry.
Me too. The trick for me is going to be timing the eggs to come out fairly right. Okay, that pan feels well heated through. Seems weird to throw the oil in after. I guess that might be more of a wok thing. Okay, why don't you, there we go. Oh, I probably should get, okay, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? I used this the other day.
What the fuck?
So the cap needs to come off? Oh, why the hell did you not? Oh, because that was what was having trouble. Actually, you know what? I am gonna play this safe. Because I got a feeling this oil's gonna get splattery. All right. Okay. Okay, I was wrong. Unless they just want me to also get the oil on my spatula. Maybe that was part of why they want it this way. All right. Let oil heat a bit. Okay, it's probably good enough. Let's go. Yep. All right. Cool. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Bacon, you're up. Now, I'm not super familiar with pan frying bacon. I don't often do it this way, so I do need to get more practice at it. Just trying to break my pieces back up some. Yeah, well, also I'm supposed to know when it's halfway done to put the next stuff in. Kimchi and the mushrooms come next. I'm also trying to keep the garlic kind of integrated so we don't get no burning garlic. It already smells good though, just bacon and garlic. Like I could just eat this. All right. Well, it does say to put those mushrooms in late, but you know what? I'm using a different kind of mushroom. So we're not going to put the mushrooms in at the same time.
What kind are you using? Is it white?
It's a mix of like shiitake, oyster, whatever. It's the stir fry blend.
Okay.
It asks, do you know what enoki mushrooms are? E-N-O-K-I, something like that?
No.
That's what it asked for, but I was like, I have no fucking idea where to get that. Not in the hurry where I had to buy my ingredients. All right, it's coming along. Maybe another minute or two, we'll throw in the kimchi. I do feel like I should have used more bacon in this. Should have just done the whole pack. I don't know, does that look about halfway there? I think that probably looks about halfway there. I also might just be getting impatient because I'm hungry and want to eat. And if it's your first time here and you're wondering, well, how do you normally cook bacon? in the oven. Working up some of that fond right now. Obviously the kimchi and everything will probably deglaze that some, but okay, yeah, that's gotta be like halfway to cooked. Good enough for us. We'll figure out the rest along the way. All right, let's get the kimchi in. Nope, looks like it was sitting in its own juice still a little bit. Nice seasoning in there. All right. Maybe it means the bacon like 80% cooked. I guess I got a few pieces in here that might be a little larger than the bite size they suggested. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to cut them down. Yeah, there's definitely a few chonker bits in here, but whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, if I was in a stainless steel, I could just use a thing to really chop it up. Maybe as it softens some, it'll allow me to work it better. Looks and smells pretty good so far, though. All right, let's just kind of leave it to its own devices for a moment here. I guess one of the other things I can do to save a little time is we can go ahead and put a chunk of butter in our egg pan. So I like to use a knob of butter, not a bloody knob though. You don't want to cook with a bloody anything. Unless you're a woman. Sorry, ladies. Not for the joke, but you have to do that. That way I don't have to worry about the butter when I need to throw the eggs on last second because I'm going to be like, oh, fuck the eggs. Shit, I didn't think about the eggs. Bring that over this, slide it. Yeah, basically we're going to let that bacon cook a lot more. That's the plan. Maybe I did put this in a little too soon. Once that bacon looks close to done, we'll throw in the mushrooms for a little bit. That's what I was thinking. That's why I'm going to hit them a little earlier than the recipe suggests. But I got like 3 giant clumps of the cabbage in here that I wish I had been a little less lazy and actually diced down some. Too late now. All right. Let that keep working. In the meantime, why don't I start figuring out my first cup of rice? See how's it looking. Oh yeah, nice. Slightly clumpy, but not too clumpy, so that I can tell there's not a lot of starch. Oh Jesus! Not lose it to the floor though. Now I may not measure out 3 exact cups of rice. I just want to do one just because I don't have a good visual on what 1 cup would look like. I may just end up eyeballing it. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably just gonna throw all this in there and then I'll just use a little extra out of the other one. Oh, yeah, that's good. Texture on that's good too. Nice. Yeah, bacon's starting to look better. And some of this cabbage is starting to separate out a little bit. Some of it. One of my big boys. But we definitely still have some time here. Okie dokie. We're gonna start boiling up these beans in about another 7 minutes, get a boil going. Looks like we got a pretty good bean broth happening over there. Bacon and refried beans. Okay. Another minute or two and we'll start working the mushrooms into it. We are getting there. I guess I can do a little cleaning while I'm waiting. Put the thing on there. Recyclable. When I think about it, we'll look into that in a bit. Get that right. It's starting to look pretty good. Now the mushrooms are optional, but I know Mary and I like mushrooms. Hey, I finally broke a little of that piece up. Know that I'm having much luck on that. Okay, I'm gonna say that that bacon is 80% at least. So mushroom time. them nice and coated. These are kind of sizable, but again, they will shrink down. Those I can actually chop a little if I feel like I need to. Well, some of them. I think everything's nice and coated. Yeah? Oh, you're doing your credit card bills?
No.
Oh.
So, you know the shelving I want to put up in the pantry?
Ah, okay, yeah. Pantry shelving, yeah.
Yeah. All the components together,
Uh-huh.
$342.
Oh.
I mean,
That's a lot, but
And there's a fair amount of components involved. So it's like,
yeah. Especially right after Christmas, that's a big chunk to spend. Hey, it's a little bit more than that one ticket thing we were talking about that I'm not telling them on camera yet.
right.
Yeah, we need more shelf space because Eric buys too much bread.
Amongst other things. Yeah, dude, you have like a 4-foot tall pile on the counter.
I don't know, I'm like 3.5. Okay, we're about ready to add the rice, the kimchi juice, mix them together, or actually reduce to medium low. And then we add the rice, the juice, mix them, add the sesame oil, mix them, remove the pan from the heat. So that sounds like it is about time to start warming up for an egg. Oh good, this is all gonna happen at once. That's okay, all I gotta do with the beans is get them boiling. All right, well, in that case, let's go ahead and move you over here. Get a nice little medium-low heat for the moment. Yeah, those mushrooms are softening up nice, shrinking a little bit. Bacon's looking pretty good. Give that just a tiny bit longer. Oh, did this yolk start to run?
The bean timer is done.
Echo dismiss.
Echo. Stop.
How do you know I didn't have a second timer going that you may have just... I know you were trying to help, but in hindsight, I don't think I did. But when you did that, you made me panic because I was like, did I have another timer going? I appreciate it, though. But just, you know, let me get it in the future if you don't mind. If I was just doing one thing, then yeah, sure, it'd be obvious. But I am running like a bunch of things at once here. It's okay, you're fine. You don't got to apologize. Yeah, that egg, somehow... I don't know. Is that yellow punctured? It looks like the yolk's trying to...
Yeah, there.
Shit.
Well, if you want to set that aside, I can
Yeah.
cook it tomorrow.
Well, you know, I mean, I'll cook it up tonight. I just wasn't ready to have to crack another egg real quick. Will you grab that one last egg out of the thing for me? That you're up in that direction. And it was an unexpected timing flaw because I need to get this off the heat with the rice in. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, phew. Oh, fuck you, Eric. At least that's just shell, but I panicked because I was like, oh no, I'm gonna break this yolk too. I mean, I do have more fresh eggs out in the other fridge. Okay. All right, cool. All right, All right, let's go to a medium-low heat. Approximately 1 cup of rice. We'll throw some more rice in there. Oh shit, what else am I supposed to put in when the rice goes? Kimchi juice. Okay, I'm gonna say that's probably 3 cups of rice. Oh crap. Yeah. Yeah. It says a 1/4 cup of kimchi juice. We might go a little hard on it. My butter is ready to get my eggs on. We're definitely going hard on it because it's filling in. Yeah. Let me get this stirred around. Shit, I need to get the eggs on.
You need me to stir?
Let me get it incorporated. Yeah, can you come to my right side and just kind of gently work that a little bit while I get these eggs in? Can you see the egg pan? You can't see the egg pan. Shit, I need to get the other spatula out so I can contain the egg. Oh shit. No, it's not you, it was me. I want that one to be so large. Thank you. I'm just at an awkward angle. There we go. Yeah, thank you.
Bring the handle around.
Yeah. Thank you. Awesome timing, universe. Now, normally I'd throw a little lid on this thing and steam them a little bit better, set those whites better, but the one lid that fits that is in use on the beans. But I'd say those are probably seasoned.
Probably steal it from the beans for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm mostly usually trying to get them up to a boil faster, but then it's gonna have all the bean starch that may rain down into the egg, so. Okay, I'm gonna need you to turn that a little bit so the handle is not over my egg. Thank you. No, you're fine. I'm just... No, you want my secret ingredient? You know what? Never mind. It's gonna come at the end. We'll figure that out. A big chunk of cabbage from the kimchi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was one of the pieces I was talking about. It's kind of hard to break up. Okay, those eggs are close. I can take this back over, thank you. I may still need you though. Oh shit, what am I supposed to do next? Because that was probably way too long on that. Add the sesame oil, mix them, and remove from heat. Okay, sesame oil, that's gonna be this one. So 1/2 tablespoon. Hope we didn't overdo it here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take it off the heat. There's enough residual heat. Just wanna make sure that oil kind of gets through it all. Oh God, this looks really good. What are you thinking, my love? Is this looking awesome or what?
Looks good. I see things that look like pepper flakes, so I'm a little nervous.
It's not like super hot.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you have this kimchi before. You've had it in the ramen. You had my ramen. You ever had kimchi in your ramen?
Maybe.
When I make it?
Maybe.
If so, then you've had this kimchi. Okay, off the heat. Eggs are just, I mean, this one could probably go, but that one definitely needs a little more. I'm gonna try something. I keep saying I need to get these, and I never do, but I need to order some silicone spoons. I don't know if I can make this happen. There we go. Kind of works. Oh, geez. Kind of messy. We'll just move the heat. I was trying to flop some of the buttery oil on top to set that white a little better, if you were wondering what I was trying to do. Okay, so we're gonna wanna plate this up. We probably want bowls. Probably not the white bowl. Well, the white would show off the kimchi, but it won't show off the egg. Well, I guess we'll do one in white bowl, one in red bowl. Well, I don't know, it's gonna be off. Well, we want space for the egg. So I'm gonna dish up some stuff, of course. That's probably a good portion. 4-quarter portions. That makes so much sense, 4-quarter portions. You probably won't want as much as me. Oh shit, I need you to stay like that. I'm gonna take the heat off the eggs, the residual will hopefully get the rest of that. Okay, so get a little green onion. A little green onion. Okay. Some, well, let's see, do we want to, I like the green onion underneath. We'll put a little more on top of the eggs. We can always dash a little more sesame seed. So a little toasted sesame seed. Oh shit, that was dumb. That was really dumb. I know, it's about ready. I just wanted this one. It's got this like little spot here that's not cooking up like I want. This guy is ready to go. Which egg do you want? This one or that one? I mean, I can let that go a little bit longer. That's not an issue.
Whichever. Do you have a preference?
I don't. I probably want that one because it has more pepper, but.
Okay, I'll take that one then.
Okay. So I can get this guy out maybe. I guess I did take it off the heat. I gave you less rice, so hopefully I got you what you would want. Okay, just a tiny bit more seed for the egg. A little bit more green onion to show up on top of the egg. Now, do you want my secret ingredient?
I'm not sure what your secret ingredient is.
Okay, you'll know in just a second. I'm going to show them.
Oh. Is that your secret ingredient?
No. It says to like tear this and shred this. I didn't realize it was so crumbly. Try to make it where you can make it look pretty, I guess. So greasy. And then the secret ingredient that I was gifted a while ago, and I've just now finally found something to use it for. My buddy Otter, the famous chef Otter, has given me dehydrated kimchi dust. I'll go light on yours just in case. Honestly, I don't like how the torn seaweed looks, but.
I think it is supposed to probably be shredded and.
Yeah, it was supposed to say like strips, but like.
That's for my scissors.
I know that's what I should have done, but I was doing it in a hurry. But look at that beautiful, beautiful dish. Soak that in, baby. Okay, all the heat's off except the beans. They're not quite to a boil yet. Let me move this out the way.
Are you doing forks, chopsticks?
I would do forks because the egg.
You do a big fork or a little fork?
I'll take a little fork. We're also gonna want a thumbnail, and I need some photos. That'll work.
Yeah, forks just don't work as well as spoons.
No, not quite, huh? All right, let me just see that I got a good photo. That's pretty good. Yeah, I got stuff I can work with. Okay. Okay, thumbnail time. Ooh. That looks good. Fork me, baby. All right.
You sound like you've already started eating. Your nose is ready.
That's just allergies, man. I haven't taken an allergy med today. So I get a little mushroom, a little bacon. Shit. I don't got much kimchi, but. Okay. It's good, but I was not blown away by my first bite.
Ooh, that's a very salty bite.
Oh, the egg. I'm a little hard, sorry.
I had egg and bacon and.
Okay, this is growing on me. Let me do a little egg here. I think I got some kimchi in that bite, and that's why I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
There we go. Egg is actually nice.
It is runny good. I feel like mine is. It's jiggling. Oh, that's pretty good with the white of the egg. I'm ready for the egg corn.
You're way off.
That runny yolk goodness in the egg, and the rice, I mean. Oh, that's the bite. Okay, this is pretty darn good.
It's good, but it's very salty.
I don't really get that. I know I had the rice just a tiny bit over salted. Is it just your egg? Because you have the bacon? Because other than salt in the egg, we didn't add any salt to this other than
Bacon has salt in it.
I said other than bacon.
Seaweed, I think, also has salt in it.
It's definitely a savory dish.
I'm gonna be a thirsty bee after this.
Make you dinner, and this is what I get. This is what I get. Yeah, it's fine, but it's really salty. I don't like it.
Scarf, scarf, scarf.
There is that.
I like it. I'm just saying, if you ever make it again, cut back on salt a little bit.
But what I'm saying is, I can't really cut back on the. Oh, Jesus!
I think it's boiling.
Okay, we're gonna simmer anyway, so. Echo, set timer for 2 hours.
2 hours, starting now.
Yeah, I would definitely do this again. I would definitely eat this again, but I would change some things. I'm just trying to figure out what. I could definitely go lighter on the egg salt, I guess. I could maybe go a little lighter on the rice salt, but again, it was like, I want to say 8 tablespoons for like 5 or 6 cups of rice. You know, it wasn't like there's a ton of salt in there.
What about the kimchi itself?
It's more soury. It's not typically salty.
See, I'm curious. Oh, first I'm gonna get some water though.
Anyways, I got the big boy here. I see how kimchi and bacon works. Okay, it might be getting a little salty. What?
Is there anything bacon doesn't work with?
Right, yeah. Now, I am getting a little bit with you. I do feel the salt content working up a little bit. So maybe I would just do the tiniest bit of salt in the rice. Or maybe not salt the egg. But I did nail the eggs. As far as just eggs. And that kimchi dust is pretty nice on there, as far as I can tell. I have no idea how to do the kimchi dust. That's just the genius of Otter. Darren Otter Perosi. A great friend and an even greater chef. I am, like you said, it's scarf, scarf, scarf.
Okay.
I feel like I actually expected the kimchi to be tartar in here. Like some of the tartness kind of got cooked out. Yeah, I don't know how much you get from the juice versus the actual kimchi, but that should get you involved.
But you put a ton of juice in there, so.
I didn't go that much over the quarter cup it asked for.
Yeah, salt could be coming from the kimchi.
Maybe a little bit. Anyways, I think this could be improved, but for my first time doing this, I'm pretty happy with it. And I still got it on the eggs. Although, I guess while that pan's hot, I should cook that other egg up.
Unfortunately, the most of the ingredients list is on the lid that you probably already threw away.
Well, you know what? I have an unopened jar.
Oh, okay.
There's no ingredients list and what's on the inside.
It's right here.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Okay, there
really
is sea
like
salt
this.
in there, but it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. So it may not be that much salt, but still.
I don't know. Maybe that's part of how they ferment. I still haven't bothered learning fermentation.
Well, actually, one serving has 12% of your salt intake for the day.
That's not a lot. But, yeah, the more I eat that, the more I'm really liking it. And I'm kind of surprised you're hanging in there because it is kind of got a building spot. Well,
No,
it's not really a building heat. It kind of hits that level and just maintains it, I say. Yeah?
it's not that spicy. Again, the thing that hits me more than anything is salt.
You're also a lot more susceptible to it than I am, but I can see where you're coming from. Anyways, I mean, I've almost finished mine, and there's a nice serving left. Maybe a hard fried egg over.
Scrambled egg. That broken one you got?
All right, well, not my
Okay,
big,
I'm eating a little heat.
not my biggest win, but pretty damn good for my first time. I can't put my finger on what I would change. Okay, less salt. We make that low sodium bacon. But I think it's quite tasty. So I'm a happy camper. I'm getting good at some rice stuff now. All right, there's the vlog. We gotta move on. Bye. Okay, hey, so you know Mary and I are taking a trip. Oh, she tried to get you a cute kitty. We're taking a trip end of January and early February. We're doing a big old Disney trip, Mary's trip of the year. My last scheduled Disney trip, and probably won't take another one until maybe September or October. Because I'm a little burnt out on solo trips. Love going with people. Very excited. Now, I think we ran you through a lot of this. So
Yeah.
I will do a quick recap in a moment, but I'm going to tell you what I know for sure is new news. Because I know we did not have this for you earlier. So we were waiting to get the VIP tickets for January 31st for Epic Universe. And we got them. We officially have our park tickets, because it doesn't include a park ticket at that ridiculous price, which is...
Some bullshit.
Yeah, because it's not cheap. And we got VIP.
I mean, why would you get that and not have a park ticket?
Right? Well, you would just think that what I paid for the VIP alone, it would include the park ticket. But it's a once in a lifetime. Well, so we definitely committed to it because we figured we ain't going to be able to go back for a year or two to that park. We might, who knows, but probably not. Because this year she won't really get to travel anymore. Next year we're going to spend a lot of money going to California for Disneyland and Star Wars Celebration on my birthday, hopefully. So it's unlikely we will get back to Epic Universe anytime soon. So we got it though. So basically we get to go on that Saturday. We're going to get over there right at open because like our tour check-in is 9:30. They open at 10. And we get like a 4-hour tour. And it's going to depend on who we're with in our group, how much we get done, because the guides try to base it on what the overall group needs are. Because like I've seen stories like, you know, it's like because you're paying for that because you want to get on the rides quickly and easily and not spend all day waiting in line. Mm-hmm. So some groups have been able to hit like 8 of the major rides, no problem. But that's about all they do. Some groups get 6 or 5 rides because they decided to go see a show or go eat lunch. I thought it was weird they didn't offer us a lunch because the other VIP tours do. Yeah. But then I saw, what was it? It's Molly. She used to be with like All Ears and those people, but it's not her channel now. Anyways, they did one of these VIPs and they got with a group that wanted to go eat lunch and it ate half an hour of their 4-hour tour. And it's like, do you know how much money you paid for these tickets? And now she wasn't bitching to them, obviously, but to the camera, she's like, you need to consider that you only get 4 hours. Do you want to spend half an hour of that eating? You saw what the tickets cost, right? So I was like, okay, so we'll see where the group goes. But we are going to get a ride, all the rides. That's our plan. And then after that, about 2 p.m., our passes become one-time use express passes for all the rides. So we'll go back through. We're going to eat. Our plan is to like sit down and eat. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then you know, go around and try and maybe get some more rides in, see some of the shows, all that. It's going to be, we don't know what our VIP is going to entail. So Mary was genius to say when the VIP is over, we'll go get some food. We can sit down somewhere. We can plan it out what we want to do with the rest of our day. Yeah. So once we had that idea, we started to watch a bunch of Epic Universe videos. And then you watched some.
I watched like 1 or 2.
Right. And then I watched a bunch more. And what is the common denominator of said videos? What's the one thing everybody says would be your biggest mistake?
You try to do everything in one day.
That you try to do everything in one day. And they're right. Because, okay, so obviously Mario and the power bands and doing all that and getting the coins, we loved that in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. We're looking forward to doing more of that. And this Mario Land looks way cooler than the Hollywood Mario Land because you even have Donkey Kong Country and everything in there. So already we have that. Then, not that either of us are the biggest Harry Potter fans in the world, but we enjoy the land, enjoy the movies. I know there's reasons to be a little uncomfortable with it now. But in the other parks, we bought the wands. She's really good at the magic. I suck at it. And we were already talking like, we'll just take our wands. We don't need to get... Yeah. It's like, we'll just take some wands. We don't need to get new wands. But then we were watching the videos, and it's like, oh, out there they have a Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Bounty Hunter app style thing for Harry Potter, where it literally is like a game you can play and there's points and like a mystery. So it's like, okay, and there's new generational wands. They do work in the other park, but the old ones won't work in the new park. So like, okay, we're getting some wands. And it's like, well, now if we only have like, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., an 8-hour thing, and we're eating in there, how much of that are we going to get in if we're also trying to make sure we get to experience, because on the tour, we're not really going to get to experience the lands, you know, so we really want to spend some time in them just soaking it in. So I looked at our... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I looked at our schedule and I came up with a plan. And I saw that there was one day we had for Disney that we didn't have anything except one restaurant actually booked. So I ran something by Mary, and after a few days we decided to do it. So we're canceling one of our Disney days and we're getting a second day at Epic Universe. No, not VIP. We've just bought basic tickets. We're looking into Express, though it doesn't seem to be easily available. We'll see how that plays, but we have a plan if not, because if nothing else, it's a day we can go back, hit a couple things we missed, try to late night, get a ride over again, whatever. But basically spend half the day doing all the Harry Potter and Wandy stuff and half the day just Mario power banding and really feel like we soaked in what we really want to do on this trip. So what that means for you, if you're a fan of the Disney vlogs, you're going to get at least 2 independent Epic Universe vlogs. And I know a lot of you have asked for us to do that. And I'm excited to do that. And I'm excited to go to a brand new park we've never been to with lots of cool stuff we're very excited for.
So, our VIP day is on Saturday.
I also meant to mention that, yeah.
Park is going to be uber busy.
It'd be more busy, I would say, than a Tuesday.
Yeah. Our free day is Tuesday.
Yeah.
So hopefully, it's Tuesday at the beginning of February. It's too early for spring break. It's too much past Christmas. There's no reason to be pulling your kids out of school for this bullshit.
There's a cheerleading competition going on, but most of that's over at Disney.
Yeah.
It's like 2 weeks before President's Day and Valentine's Day and a run Disney, so a lot of people are probably saving up to come do that stuff. So we're hoping it's a little bit more of a light experience on that Tuesday.
Yeah.
But Saturday, it was the other part of like pulling a VIP and also why it cost more than usual. We realized why did I schedule our one day over there to be a Saturday? So that's why I was nervous about we have to get the VIP because there's no way we're doing shit on a Saturday if we don't have, maybe 2 or 3 rides and that'd be like it in a 12-hour day probably because I've seen some of the wait times on those things. But anyways, we're very, very excited about that. She really looks it. Look at her face. Look how excited. No, she is. I'm just giving her grief. Now we did have to.
This is my excited.
Now we have lost one thing I was excited for, but it's not that big a deal. I'm more excited than she is. She would have been down. Maybe we can still swing it because I've been looking into it and I can't reschedule it to anything that works for us currently. But people always cancel shit. Look, I canceled a Prime spot. So Le Cellier Steakhouse, the Canada Steakhouse in Epcot, we've had to cancel that and that's no longer on our agenda. I would like to put it on our agenda. I'm going to keep looking until we get going. But just a real quick now, I'm going to run you back through what the now current plan is. Not super specific. But we get there on Wednesday the 28th. We're going to actually, this is another change. We're going to start, because I had already bought her 6-day Disney park ticket. So that was the thing. It's like, when I started thinking about it, it's like, but if I cancel that one day, then she's going to just be sitting on a day we paid for and it's just going to expire. But I thought, well, actually, because we're going to stay at Animal Kingdom on the start day so late because we have a deluxe resort with the closes at 8 after hours after the sun goes down for Pandora bucket list for my love. And our first thing is scheduled at Tiffin's at 3:30 over to Animal Kingdom. Unless our flights get super delayed, knock on wood, and we're going to be at the Swan. So we're just going to pop over to Epcot. Get her, because we're going to, basically the day we're going to lose was going to be a half day at Animal Kingdom and a half day at Epcot. So this kind of brings back some of that Epcot, so she'll get more food of the arts. We're just going to meander around, do some of the food, let her look at all the beautiful artwork. Then around...
I thought it was Flower and Arts.
Festival of the Arts.
Okay.
Yeah, because food and wine, flower and garden, Festival of the Arts, and somehow I came out with... All right.
Food of the Arts.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna go to Farts. She's gonna start her day farting around Epcot.
I don't think I've been to Farts, so.
You have not, which is why, if you watched the vlogs before, I kept being like, this is the one Mary needs to come to, because I enjoyed looking at the insane amount of booths and artwork and styles, but she's really gonna appreciate that. So we're gonna start in Epcot. We're gonna do 2 or 3 hours there. That way, if our room's not ready until 3, we can pop back over and get that. And then we'll head to Animal Kingdom around 3. We'll hit up Tiffin's at 3:30, and we're gonna stay there till they close. So you're getting true, not dusk at Pandora that I did before. You'll get true nighttime at Pandora. And we'll maybe see if we can see the Tree of Life show and all that stuff.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and then we're going to head over to Hollywood Studios for late, an after hours party. So I'm planning on us getting there 9:30ish because we may take a room break or something. Which is fine because it's of the after hours parties. It's the one we do twice. So I'm not too worried if we get to that one a little bit late. This is also so I can go to Oga's on day 1 because I got to go to Oga's on day 1. And then on the Thursday, again, so we're going to do Disney Springs so she can get some cookies for the room, whatever we want to do. We're going to do Raglan Road for the first time. Then we're going to do an Epcot after hours. And currently we have Teppan Edo at 8:30. It's like the hibachi grill. This is where I'd like to switch out Le Cellier. We'll see if I can do that, especially because we might have Japanese food the next night too. So then the Friday, we're going to start at Magic Kingdom. She's got her first ever Beacon Barrel at 4:05. Then we're going to head over to Epcot. This is not an after hours. We've got a GO2, her one and only at GO82, because I think she would enjoy seeing it and experiencing it, but it's not really going to be the thing she's there for. It's mostly if you want a chill, relaxing adult bar with not sweet drinks, which is, she's not a straight liquors girl, but you might be really into the cocktails and the food. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, and you'll love it. But I figure I got to get you one, but I don't want to overbook you on it.
Okay.
And then currently we have 2 dinners, an 8:20 at Via Napoli, which I would love, and we might still do that because we could just go sit down and be like, can we just get pizzas to go? Because I didn't want to get them from the to-go window because they're way better in the actual restaurant, and then we can take them back to our room. So maybe we'll do that at 8:20. Maybe I can put Le Cellier in there. I doubt it. And then currently we have an out of Disney resort. At our resort, Swan Resort, we have a kimonos reservation at 9. So that's like sushi and stuff. I mostly did that because that's the karaoke bar that stays open till 1. And I wasn't sure if getting a table at that place was going to help us more for you to do a lot more karaoke or not. So my plan is when we get there to talk to the desk agent when we check in, like, what's the deal with that? How does that work? Because if we could cancel that, because it's not highly rated. It's supposed to be fine. You know, I know you love sushi, but it's like, if there's better restaurants, there's better. I mostly want to get you a good night of karaoke. Although we can't stay up too late. They do karaoke at 1, because then that Saturday, we need to be getting over to Universal at like 9. So we're going to leave our hotel at like 8:30. So it's going to be an interesting day. All day at Epic Universe on the Saturday. Then that Sunday, we're going to go to, we got to check out of the Swan Resort, check into the Polynesian, and we're going to do an Ohana character breakfast. One of these might get canceled, but for right now, that's what we're doing. Then we're going to do a short stint over in Hollywood, about 1-ish, hit up Oga's about 3-ish, and then get back to Ohana lunch for 5, mostly so we can stock our room with extra noodles. Because my God, the noodles at Ohana.
Yeah.
And then we pop over.
Did you say they're a variation of lo mein?
Yeah, it's very much a variation of lo mein.
Okay.
And then we pop over to the Magic Kingdom. She gets another Beacon Barrel, close to close. And we go back to our room. Monday. We start at Epcot. 11 a.m. We're going to La Crêperie. She's been there. I've been there. But after going with my dad, you'll see that. I forgot how fucking good that place is.
I think we've only been there. I've only been there on our anniversary, our honeymoon.
Yes, same. Until I went with Dad.
All right.
And that's when I was reminded how fucking good it is. Plus, we're using that as our Eat to the Beach show, or whatever they call this version. Now we have a 4:30 at Via Napoli. If we don't get the other Via Napoli, you know, I got a couple on here that it's kind of flexible. We'll see what we do. But the La Crêperie gets us our 5:30 ticket. Guaranteed VIP seating for the Broadway show with the Tarzan cast, but at least one of the cast members was not the one from last year. And then we might look at putting Le Cellier in there and go over to the after hours at Magic Kingdom. Didn't I already say we had after hours at Magic Kingdom? No, okay. And I was talking to you earlier. So we have our after hours at Magic Kingdom, theoretically at 7. She's got a 10 p.m. Beacon Barrel. Tuesday the 3rd. Did I not update this? I didn't update this. Tuesday the 3rd is when we go. We used to go to Animal Kingdom and then go to Epcot and do Le Cellier Steakhouse. Now it's our free day at Epic Universe. Wednesday, our penultimate day, we have another 8 a.m. Ohana breakfast for the character dining in case the other one fails. We go to Magic Kingdom for a little while just to say goodbye to Magic Kingdom, get some popcorn, custom popcorn. That stuff's so good. We're getting it. And then we're going to do
We need it, though. We really don't.
Then we're going to do an after hours over at Hollywood. And even though the food isn't supposed to be the best in the world, it should be fine. We do have an 8 o'clock reservation for Sci-Fi Dine-In. Because it's on the list. I'm trying to hit all the restaurants. It should be a cute time. I'd rather go with somebody than go by myself. So, and then on our final day, our go-home day, she's going to Disney Springs for more Gideons. I'm going to Hollywood Studios for an Oga's. And then we fly the hell home. Boom. It's going to be a hell of a time. It's too long. But the Epic Universe has my excitement levels rising to epic levels. Universal Orlando Resorts actually tweeted back at me about it because I tagged them in my tweet about, we're finally going the first time. They're like, we can't wait to see you. I was like, I just added a second day. And they're like, hell yeah.
Did they actually say hell yeah?
I don't think they said hell yeah, but I think they responded to that one. Let me, you know, it's not too far back in my tweet chain. Let's see here. Okay. I think they just liked it. Yeah, they must have just liked it. Because like, not only did, oh, you might like the GIF, I'll show them. Not only did Mary and I grab our tickets for our first time at Universal Studios Orlando Epic Universe, we finally got our VIP tickets for the day we wanted as well. The end of the month is going to be a blast. Just for context, that was the, yeah, because...
Yeah, the fun part of the VIP tours is negotiating what rides we'll actually get Eric onto.
Well, there's definitely some I won't. There's some I've come around to, like, I might be more interested in that, but like coasters, fuck no. I'll hang out with the guy.
Like the Stardust one, nah.
And I get it if the people on our tour want to go, and that's what I tell the guide at the beginning, because they get a sense of everybody. It's like, I don't want to stop people from having their fun. If that's super important to them, I'm fine with just chilling out and, you know, like grabbing a drink or something and waiting on you. Because I did that on, you saw it in the vlogs on the Orlando VIP tour we did.
Yeah.
Because she went on a couple of coasters, like, nope, not for me.
I think you, at least one or two of them you could have handled.
Well, yeah, you say that, but then you did get me on Mummy. But that was in Hollywood, you got me on Mummy. I did bail in Orlando. I was like, no, I don't want to. I don't fucking like drops and upside downs and twists. Anyways, no, they just said, we can't wait to see you. And then I was like, we decided an extra day, cannot wait. And they liked it. They didn't actually say hell yeah, but they liked it. I'm famous. I don't believe. So anyways, that is our plan. That is the thing going forward. We will have, let's see if you're going to get one more update. Because the one thing we have not planned for or done yet, the last thing, other than me looking for Le Cellier and picking my time for my final Ogas of this trip, is the lightning lanes. And that's going to open up 7 days out. So the 21st, nope. You're not going to know what we do with lightning lanes, because the 21st is going to be one of these type of vlogs, but we will have filmed it by the 19th or even the 20th, so it won't open till the 21st. So I can't tell you till we get there. You'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, that's what's happening, folks. I'm excited. The only other thing I will add is I was at dinner with my dad the other night, and we had an awesome idea. I started saying, because we ran into an old friend. I was like, you don't know, Dad went to Disney with me, blah, 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 blah. And he liked it. And then so Dad and I were talking about it, and we spun out an idea. Now, we don't have dates. We don't know our exact plan, but he's down for going again. But the plan is we're going to go for like 3, maybe 4 nights tops. But we're going to drive. And we're going to stop off in Atlanta on the way, stop off in Atlanta on the way back, somewhere right in the middle.
So that's not in addition to your 3 or 4
Correct.
nights. Okay.
Because I want him to get at least 3, maybe 4 days in the parks. We got to take him to Hollywood Studios. I told Mary I'm going to build a lightsaber and I'm going to make him be my companion. So I'm not going to make him build one, but I want him to see the experience. And I bet he comes out of like, yeah, I still wouldn't do it, but I could see how it's kind of neat. But anyways, so that's going to be fun. We'll just grab some nice dinner. And the fun thing about that is he would rather drive as long as he's not sleepy. Like, because I said, we can do shifts. He's like, as long as I'm not sleepy, I'd rather drive. It's like, I'm down for that. And then I can take a guitar. So, and I don't have to worry about Kroger booze ordering or anything, because I can just drive that shit with me. So, and we might do Beach Club. Actually, we might do Swan if we really like Swan. It'll be cheaper than Beach Club, but get us pretty good access. Anyways, just thought I'd throw that out there. So be on the lookout for that in the future.
Okay.
More vlog.
Bye.
All right, so we haven't seen a single freaking movie in like 2 weeks. Not entirely true. I watched a bunch of Christmas movies, but I mean, it's like Home Alone and Christmas Vacation. You know, I mean, we're not going to sit here and review those. So, yeah. So what we did do is we did finish all of Stranger Things Chapter 5. Now, we're not going to do any spoilers here. If we decide we do want to talk spoilers, we'll give you a warning. I don't know how this is going to go. But overall...
Are we talking about the
whole season.
Okay.
Overall, I absolutely loved it. I'm thoroughly satisfied. I see a lot of online discourse, shocking. But it's exactly the ending for me that I wanted and needed it to be. Not that I had one specifically in mind. I'm just saying I feel completely satisfied and gratified. And like, I still want to think about it and talk about it. And I look forward to rewatch. And I just felt really satisfied and emotionally good with where everything landed.
Yeah, I think I pretty much agree with that.
Now, certainly there's some like nitpicky things you can get in. And then a lot of people have complaints about, well, what about this or what about that? And why didn't they do this with that person? And it's like, because that wasn't important to the story. You know, what do you want, an 8-hour finale? Like, you know, I thought they wrapped up all the important main characters very, very well. And some of the smaller characters that maybe don't show up at the very end, well, it's in the subtext. You just assume like, these are kids, relationships come and go, you know? So.
Yeah.
But I thought, and again, we watched it on a giant 4K, like 120-inch projection screen, laser projection, surround, all of that, lights completely off, phones put away so we could pay attention. And I thought the effects looked fantastic, the acting were fantastic. So many times just like fist pumping, and like chills down the spine, lots of tears, lots of emotion.
Yeah.
And mostly great use of music. I know some people have some real issues with some of the needle drops. They did not bother me at all.
In all honesty, some of the choices I was kind of, okay.
Like, maybe it didn't quite fit as well as something else could have, but it was definitely a song of the time, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I get what you're doing, but... I thought the action was great, the horror was great, the explanations of things, the way they brought in some smaller characters from earlier in the season and really included them just enough in what was going on was fantastic. Now that I mentioned it, we are going to talk a little bit of spoilers at the end, because if nothing else, I got to say the one thing I didn't get that I would have loved to have got.
Okay.
The one sequence, they missed the boat. They robbed us of one thing that could have been great, but...
But no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't say I have any real complaints about how it ended. I was gonna actually, I like the fact that they gave us a very nice epilogue.
Yes. And she's not necessarily telling you if it's nice or not. She means nice in terms of it was full. It was a full epilogue.
Yeah.
So don't try to read anything into that. Because we know Mary accidentally spoils regularly. But on that note, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, we really can't talk about this without specifics. So
yeah.
We are going to do a spoiler section. Because that's just our general thoughts. Great time. Loved it. Sad it's gone. Looking forward to specifics. Girl, you're the one that said we're going to start... I would have loved to have done all this earlier. Anyways, so here's your warning. We're spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. I know you got to wipe your butt 3 more times, and then get across the room to the TV because you're in a hotel.
I'll get a drink while you're doing this.
Yeah, you're in a hotel and you're pooping with us on the screen and you're not near the remote, so you're still waiting to turn this off for spoilers because we're going to spoil. Okay, you've wiped. I think you can get out now. Don't worry, it's a hotel remote. You can wash your hands after. And you've paused. Okay, spoilers. That's not just spoilers. I can't believe the Mind Flayer turned out to be Susie, Dustin's girlfriend. That's just a total mind fuck. All right, obviously that's not a real...
And then the alien.
And then the alien
actually,
showed.
Technically, the Mind Flayer is an alien.
Technically an alien, yeah. I love the idea that it was a different world, and that the Upside Down was the bridge. Because you go back to some of the season 1 stuff with the science teacher, and he's talking about wormholes and bending space and time and all of that. So I thought that was really, really cool. And the designs of it, and Steve's car floating out in space, all that stuff was so much fun.
Yeah, how do you claim that on your insurance?
That's a very good question. Now, why didn't they explain that in the show? That's what the internet sounds like sometimes, I swear to God. Really?
Now, let's face it, he didn't have insurance.
That's true.
It was the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't want to forget, we will talk more specifics about the ending of, but I got to bring up the thing I was just mentioning about the one thing we were robbed of is when the science teacher, I'm sorry, I can't think of his name, and Erica. Snookums. When science teacher Snookums and Erica get captured, tell me we weren't missing... And of course, listen, it doesn't really need it, right? It would not serve the story. But tell me we aren't missing out on a scene of them trying to interrogate Erica and the science teacher as she's sassing back, sitting there freaking out that she's going to get them both killed or something. But just Erica throwing all the sass right back in Linda Hamilton's face. They robbed us of that scene. That's the only thing I didn't get from this show I would have loved to have gotten. Again, like I said, not important, doesn't serve the story, you didn't need it, but my God, it would have been so much fun. That said, I love the ending. I love that they left it ambiguous enough that you can take the ending with Elle either way. But also now there's all these fan theories and everybody's really trying to break it down. I think that's fantastic. That's what you want from something like this.
Yeah.
It can satisfy both camps. Like if you wanted her to die or you wanted her to live, you can choose what you want to believe. And I think that was beautiful. And then tying it back up with them playing D&D just like they did in the start. I realized it's even the same opening shots of the first episode back in the day of the sprinkler on the lawn and the Wheeler house and all that. Yeah. So that was really, really cool. And then showing the new generation of players coming down That was fun. So I was really satisfied with that. And it was very emotional. And I gotta say, it's one of those shows that going into it, I was like, oh God, who's gonna die? And then the more I thought about it, I was like, I honestly, this is one of those rare, like, I love it when the characters die and there are stakes and people are gonna have to deal with fallout. But this is one of those times it's like, I'd kind of prefer like everybody lives. And maybe if you're gonna kill anybody, you can kill 11. But then they basically gave me that, essentially. So I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, I don't think any of us suspected Hopper to live.
Right, exactly. Or you'd think they'd kill one of the kids. Or Steve, which they really psyched me out. Now, I was more psyched out with the Steve death. Did you see the clip of the Duffers playing with Funko Pops on one of the late night shows?
I heard about it. Either you told me about it or somebody else.
And they're like, hey, why don't you give us a hint about the ending? And they kept accidentally edging Steve towards the edge of the desk and then accidentally knocked him off. And everybody's like, no! And they pick him back up. I was like, no, he's fine. And but the way they played it, they're like, oh my God, they're going to kill Steve. And they may have just told us. So then when he's actually falling off the thing and they cut to black, I had the moment of, no! And then it cuts and they catch him and he's fine. It's like, oh, you really did tell us the whole thing. Even though, no, he's fine. But man, when they had, the Dustin and Steve fall out, but then them coming back together and how it was all about Eddie and then like just that they were for Eddie at the end.
Yeah.
That was so cool. And like I loved that kinship and that bond that they had. And I'm so glad they brought it back. And when I'm almost getting emotional thinking about it, but like when Steve is gonna run up the stairs and get himself killed and Dustin's like, he breaks down like, I can't let it happen again. I can't lose my best friend again. Whew. Yeah. Like obviously he's still a bit emotional about that. And then for Eddie at the end. I would like you to do some details. I know I have a lot to say. So I'm trying to give you places to jump in and you don't take them.
Honestly, I don't have a lot to say about it.
Well, how cool is it that they incorporated D&D and how it works into the final battle? That they're all at the thing and they're like, all right, you're going to do this and we're going to do that. Like, it's like they're planning. Like, it's exactly like a D&D session, but like in the real world with the real shit happening. It's like, you're going to lead them over there. We're going to get up on top and do it's like, woo.
Yeah. And Nancy is the band.
Dude, Nancy is a bad fucking ass. Especially when she's like mowing down the military dudes, which a lot of people question that. Like, okay, how did all these people who were just flat out killing soldiers and destroying government property? I think the best thing is obviously the government left because Elle's dead as far as they're concerned, so their business was done. There's a couple of good theories I think you can run with. I don't think it needed to explain it to you. I think there's one of like, yeah, you were also doing shit that we can prove. So how about we all just shut the fuck up about it and leave each other to go about our business? Yeah. Or there's well, we can't prove that you all did any of this without incriminating ourselves. So we're going to keep an eye on y'all, and you shut up, you know?
Or there may be some NDAs involved.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, that makes sense. I don't need the show to tell me that. I'm an adult with an actual fucking brain, and I know how to, assume, like, oh, well, there's obviously logical ways this would happen. In this giant fantasy series, too. It's not the real life.
Like, look, we're going to let you run loose, but here's the thing. This is the story.
Right. Like, we've all just went through some shit. We all fucked up. We did bad. You did bad. Let's just leave it there.
Everybody died in an earthquake.
Yeah. So I'm fine with that. People that are like, well, we never found out about Dusty's girlfriend, whose name I just mentioned earlier, Susie. It's like, dude, they're like in fucking high school. Like, they just broke up over a summer. Do you really need that explained to you? The same thing goes...
It's a long-distance relationship. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's not... Yeah. And also, too, the other people also complain about Robin and Vicky. Yeah. Like, why are they all sitting around but Vicky's not there? It's like, because it didn't work out.
Some people bond over trauma, and some people go, you know what? I'm out of here.
Or Vicky also got out of that town, and like they still in the same college or whatever. Maybe they're still having a relationship because Robin talks about overbearing partners. But Vicky is like, oh, hell no, I'm never going back to that town. Oh my God, Mama Wheeler saving the day, Linda Hamilton, Terminator 2 style. Fucking badass. That was a definite woo moment.
Yeah.
Max coming back and them actually dealing with the fact that she would have atrophied muscles, so they just wheel her around the whole time. Because I figured she'd come back and be like, all right, she's just back in the gang. But it's like, no, okay, good. They're actually acknowledging that she's been in a coma for like, what, 2 years or something.
I do like the fact that when Elle pulls her back into the psychic world. She's like, "Oh, I can walk now. This isn't the real world. Okay, I'm good to go."
Yeah. Oh my God, dipshit / delightful Derek. Such a great addition to this season. Especially when he's finally running into the cave and yells at Vecna, "Suck my fat one!" Get him, Derek. Holly was amazing.
You wonder, like, okay, what is that kid like in real life?
He's an actor, so that should tell you everything.
Okay, so he's dipshit.
No disrespect. We don't know. We're just fucking around. If you happen to see this, because you never know. Going all the way back to the first Stranger Things trailer, the actor who plays Dustin, because nobody knew who any of these kids were, and they were excited about it. They were all apparently out there watching all the reactions and shit, and he was excited. He actually reacted on one of my commented on one of my reactions. So it's like, "I'm the kid in the hat. That's me. I'm so glad you're excited." So I've always had a extra soft spot for Dustin, and Dusty Buns has been phenomenal through the whole thing, especially his speech at the end that is just beautiful and very high school. And as I I didn't put two and two in the moment, but I've seen the things online now that it's like he is absolutely honoring Eddie because Eddie was graduating, and that's what he said he was going to do. He was going to get on that stage and rip off his thing and tell the principal to suck it and all that kind of shit. It's like that's everything that Dustin actually did. So it's like, what a great, send off to Eddie.
I'm surprised that all the kids didn't just strip out of the robes at that point, because if you've ever worn one of those things, or you've never worn one, those things are fucking hot.
Sexy. Oh,
not sexy hot. Just you are outside baking in the sun if you're outside, and if you're inside, you're going like, "Oh my God, where's the air?"
Yeah, I never wore one because school failed me the last few years. Well, I was very well educated. I was in private school as a young lad until I was like the poor kid in private school, and I started getting an attitude about that. So my folks threw me in public school, and I quickly found out that public school I was well more advanced in. So I just ultimately, by the time I was in high school, I was in bands and making music and playing gigs, and I was making movies. So I was just skipping school and fucking off. And the classes I was great in were all related to the arts. And I always had the teachers that were like, "He would be great if he did the work," but I'm like, I don't see the point in the fucking work. So I basically dropped out to work on all my shit. And then, even after that, I went to an adult education program, which was bullshit because I finished all the classwork in like an hour, like an entire year in an hour. But they're like, "Well, you still have to clock in and get this many hours for it to count." I'm like, well, that's just fucking stupid. That's literally a waste of my time. I just feel like telling this whole story. Eventually, after my mom passed, because she always wanted me to do it, I went back and got my GED. And even that, I was like, people struggle with this thing? Like, I was done in like 10 fucking minutes and like got like 100%. I was also the kid in summer school, like, because I went to summer school because I skipped and I didn't do work and blah, blah. I was the kid in a couple of classes in regular school and summer school where I would get recognized that I'm really good at a certain subject, and they would have me actually start teaching some of the other kids in the class. I'm like, that's your fucking job, that's fine. One teacher, I was like, "Fine, you're hot, I'll do it." I didn't say that to her, but...
It's called mentoring.
Yeah, I know, well, But anyways, I don't know, because you brought up wearing the robes, and then I went down the rabbit hole of telling that story. What else, though? I went to a film program that turned into a film school. Almost calls it. I love the rap. I was sad with the more teen adult character, not adult characters, but the more grown-up kids, like Steve and Robin and Nancy and Jonathan. Sitting on the rooftop and being like, "Well, we'll do this every month," and you're just like, yeah, we'll do this every month. Yep. Unfortunate how that actually goes in life. I love that Steve is like the coach, and like he's still there to mentor all the kids and loving it. That was awesome. And Jonathan going off to film school.
Actually, that's the best way to have a large brood of children, if you want one, is that have them be somebody else's kids.
Yeah, no, you're fine. It's all the fun of mentoring and raising kids without all the shitty parts that you don't want to do. I don't know. But I thought that was so cool, man. And then like with the putting of the D&D books on the shelf, like it was just so good. I'm glad Hopper survived.
Yeah.
And it was just Linda Hamilton. I thought maybe she would end up doing something bigger, but didn't. I mean, sure, maybe it's not a complaint, but it's like, well, she served the purpose and she was intense and interesting.
It's one of those things. It's like, well, if depending on what the theoretical spin-off is, because
there's a few apparently in the works.
Well, yeah, last I heard, nobody knows for certain what it is. So.
Well, they've definitely been announcing a Nancy spin-off, so I'm assuming she's going to go all X-File-y.
See, that's what I'm wondering is because Screen Crush is going like, nothing's really been confirmed. We've heard rumors that there might be a Nancy
sure
thing.
That one was confirmed, but I don't know. They research. Maybe they research better than I do. I don't know. I know for sure we're getting an animated one with the original characters set before season 3 because there's already trailers for that.
Yeah.
But I love the whole concept of it and Vecna and the Mind Flayer and how all that worked.
That was interesting with Vecna because there was the oh well maybe he's just as much a victim as everybody else, and Vecna's like no
I like it. Yeah,
I chose this.
Yeah, they found the psycho kid, so it's scary. But yeah, so I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like I should talk about other episodes. Lucas was great in this. Like, his love for Max is just awesome and powerful. Of course, Will was phenomenal, and like his whole coming out scene, his coming to terms and getting confidence, like to be himself, I think was fantastic. Were you giving the face? Like, did I say something? Or
no, I just had a thought.
Okay.
So Max was under the care of her brother, right? Because like the parents were out of the picture.
Well, the brother died.
Right. So.
No, her mom's still around.
Oh,
people complained her mom never showed up, but.
Okay.
I don't know. I always felt like her mom was shitty.
I was sitting going like, wait a minute, what is Max's situation?
Yeah, I think the mom.
I just occurred to me. It's like I don't know. I mean, Lucas's parents are never really a thing either.
That's true. I don't know. Did we ever see Lucas's parents? We had to have seen Lucas's parents, like season 1 or 2 at least, right?
Maybe.
But you're right. The more I think about it, I cannot think of Lucas's parents at all.
Dustin, mom, maybe.
Yeah, we had Dustin's mom and dad.
In season 2.
Well, because Dart, he was raised in Dart. His mom was around. Yeah. Of course, Will and Mike. But yeah, I don't know about Lucas. Max, I think her mom was kind of not the best mom, so I could see her like writing it off or not being comfortable going to the hospital and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know, it's really neat, and I thought it was so cool to be in the actual facility, like the original facility, but in the upside down, and then Dustin having it wrong, but because he broke the antenna in his fight with Steve and couldn't quite save Nancy and Jonathan.
Yeah.
I love the catharsis of the Nancy and Jonathan scene. Them realizing, like, we do love each other, but we're not good for each other. And here's all these things we've been hiding and feelings we weren't comfortable explaining. But now that we're gonna die.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, the what do they call it? Exotic matter.
Exotic matter. Yeah.
I'm sitting here going like that. Yeah.
I know. Oh, dinner. Okay.
I was going like, is this like related to the Philadelphia experiment?
I think it's very in vain with that. I don't think it's the same thing or actually related, but it's certainly.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know a few of those things, so I don't know if I'm thinking about the right one.
This is the one with the naval ship that I can't remember if it was equipped to either be cloaked or to teleport. I don't remember which way it was supposed to go.
Like I said, I've seen.
But it did disappear, and then when it came back, like soldiers were in walls and stuff like that, like at the facility. Yeah,
so they're certainly hearkening to it. Also reminds me of a great movie called The Final Countdown. Lloyd Kaufman is in it briefly. I think he was one of the producers on it. But it's a play on the Philadelphia experiment. But what they do is they do it from the ship's point of view. I don't remember if they came back, they were melted into walls in this version. What was neat was, I don't know, was it Hitler? Or was it the Cuban Missile Crisis? I think it was Hitler or something. But what it turns out in that movie, The Final Countdown, the ship gets teleported back to a pivotal moment of war history where they could change the course of everything. And it's like a whole like struggle and debate of, well, do we do this? Like, essentially, do we stop Hitler? Or by stopping him, do we fuck everything up? And it was a great fucking movie if you've never seen it. And I haven't seen it in years, so I might not be getting it exactly right, but The Final Countdown, that was a great one. There's also a movie called The Philadelphia Experiment where they explore that and a few things like it. So it's certainly inspired by that and those stories.
Yeah.
And also inspired by actual theoretical physics. I feel like a lot of the physics in this while unproven, feel like they're probably actually true in the theoretical realm. Like, I think a lot of it makes sense from like quantum physics perspectives and stuff. So I think that was pretty neat.
Physics gets really wibbly wobbly, so
that's why it's such fun to play with in movies, because it's also semi-unprovable at the moment.
And
to a degree. I mean, obviously we have our theories, but I don't know that have we proven anything in quantum mechanics? I guess we have quantum computing. Do we have quantum computing, or do people just say we're on the verge of quantum computing?
I think we might.
I'm a little out of touch on that. I
So
used
now
to,
that you're asking me, I'm like...
ever since I moved in with you, I've gotten dumber. That's not entirely true, but there's a little truth to that, because I'll explain. When we didn't live together, I was living in my dad's house, and like we're just bros at this point, you know. So like we would spend a few hours a day just hanging out in the garage, listening to music, and sometimes having drinks or having my coffee. And we would get into these like deep, sometimes scientific discussions and theoretical physics discussions and stuff. So I was a lot more current and abreast. Now he was still working too, so he's not in his now current retiree brain mush.
Oh,
not brain mush, but brain fog, I guess. He says it. I'm not making fun of him.
I feel like...
He's not as up on it as he was either, is what I'm saying.
I feel like maybe the Duffers, a potential, like, time jump in the new characters or whatever. The Large Hadron Collider and the Mandela Effect. Because the theory is when they switched on the Large Hadron Collider is when we jumped timelines.
Someone get this woman on the phone with the Duffers. I'm trying to do Black Panther, but I can't, and that just sounds horrible. But that's the reference I was going for. So that someone get this woman a shield. Because that would be insanely genius. I would be very fascinated by that. Grown-up Dustin and Worky's one of the engineers behind it or something. I've seen this before. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Anyways, listen, we've gone on way too long. Cool. We loved it. Maybe you didn't. That's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. Despite there are going to be online influences who are specifically just trying to sow discontent. Yeah. Not everybody. Jesus Christ.
Because again, people are allowed to like things. People are allowed to hate things.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing: people are allowed to feel meh about things.
That's true too.
But here's the important thing, is that however you feel that way because you feel that way about it, and not because you've just heard a bunch of people going like, well, it's this or it's that, and you can disagree with that. Yeah, because you go like, well, you all may think that, but this was how it made me feel, and that's the thing, and
have your own opinions.
But it's also perfectly fine to want to seek out, see what other people think about something just because you're curious.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, you know, are people getting the same mileage out of something you are?
Yeah, because I mean, that's me with like when I see a movie or something. Once I've seen it, then I will go look at people's reviews. And if I loved the movie and I'm turning somebody on and they're just shitting over it left and right, sometimes I can feel like they're being just disingenuous and they don't know what they're talking about. Sometimes I'm like, okay, you really didn't like it, but you're being so hateful. I'm not watching the rest of this because I'm in the mood to appreciate it and enjoy it. But again, I'm not like, oh, I'm mad you didn't like it. And then sometimes you get, no, I don't know how to bring it around. I was going to make a Doug Walker joke because we love Doug. And we agree with him a lot, but because we were talking about on his Avatar review, how he goes into it like, I hate these movies, so let me review this movie. Anyways, just tune out get offline, tune out the online chatter. All right, that shit is. If you don't know how to guard against it, it's gonna rot your brain. And I feel bad for the generations that have grown up with it their entire lives. We are of the generation that we grew up before it was a thing. And now we've gotten to see it happen, and we love it, and we see that it's an issue for us sometimes too. But it's like, God damn, I can't imagine how you would grow up in that, never knowing how the alternative worked.
Yeah.
When you had to have your own opinions. But anyways, we've talked a lot, and we got a lot more vlogging. Apparently we need to feed the putties. So listen, we loved it. It's fine if you didn't, but if you know, and again, you can also tell us things you didn't like, or anybody. Just be respectful. That's all anybody wants. Like, you know, like the people that just are online like, oh, you like that? That's shitty opinion and you're dumb. What purpose does that serve? Like, what is your issue with it? I didn't like it because they didn't do this. Okay, well, maybe that was your expectations. Or, okay, you know, if that's what you wanted from it, and they didn't deliver in a certain extent, that's valid. But, you know, also don't have expectations. That's true in life. Don't have expectations. Life will be a lot happier.
Try to let things be their own thing. You know, because it's like, okay, let me see what this thing does, and either I like it or won't, but don't try to go like going into it before you even start it going like, well, it should be this, this, and this.
Yeah, you got to turn that off. You can
go on the freaking journey, man.
You can have your fun with that leading up to it, but once it's time, you got to let that go. And then this is a big part of why I'm able to enjoy most of the things I see. Because I always have like, ooh, what if they do this and they do that? But I have found if I go into a movie with that in mind, it's a less enjoyable experience. Also, we've raised like a generation of wannabe critics, even people that don't think they want to be critics. Like the whole letterbox thing, like I have a love-hate relationship with that because so many of my friends do it, and I think it's tainting their experience in movies because they're going in subconsciously looking to give a movie a rating instead of just going on the ride and seeing how you feel when you came out. Did you feel like you wasted 90 minutes or did you have a good time? That's ultimately all it was, you know?
Is it, did you like it? Did you not like it?
But somebody,
and there's a lot of things just going like, you know what? I'm glad I saw this. I never want to see it again.
Same.
Or it's just like, I liked it. I'm not sure I liked it enough to see it again. Or it's like, I really want to be able to see it again. Not sure when I'm going to find the time.
That's me and Avatar right now. We still all need to get to Anaconda because the holiday season's over. We need to talk. I was actually thinking about, I don't know if we could do it Thursday. Can we pull it off Wednesday? Because I don't know if it'll be a Thursday. But I was actually thinking about taking Dad, like, we go watch Avatar at like 2:30, and that way it'll be over and out about the right time for a 7 o'clock Anaconda, and you join us. We'll see. Anyways.
We gotta go.
Yeah, point being, what the fuck ever, man.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Be your own fucking person. Bye. Hey, Disney pen unboxings. And we have a brand new series just for you guys. I don't know what. I have no idea why I'm acting a fool.
No idea at all.
Nutsoever. So we're finally, I got 2 sets of these. So you'll see these one more time. And they should still have these by the time Mary and I get back if we want to complete these sets. The pictures on these look really good. If the pins look even better, this is going to be one we want the whole set, I believe. We have Zootopia, Better Together.
So is this based on the ride?
This is based on, well, it's a show. It's where the bugs, Tough to Be a Bug was the show. But now this is the actual ride. But I think these pins are really cute and really colorful. And I think if they look even cooler, we're going to be pretty excited about it. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything for the show. I will tell you this, and because I mentioned it in our Zootopia 2 review, and it's not a spoiler for the movie. But I thought this show was maybe a bit more of a prequel, but I think it's actually a sequel to the movie. Either way, there was a lot of stuff in the show that was in the new movie, and I got to see it before seeing the new movie, so I appreciated it that much more in the new movie. Because it's like, oh my God, the show makes so much more sense now because of this, that, and the other. So I'm really excited to see it again after. I'm just sad she is not getting that same experience of getting to see it as a prequel and then as a sequel. So we have Nick Wilde, we have Judy Hopps, we have Clawhauser, we have Flash.
Who's the fox character?
I don't know who the pink fox. Oh, that's like the host of the show down there. That's like a new character. Okay. We have our little mouse mobster daughter. I can't think of her name. We have our singer.
Shakira,
Giselle, and we have the Tree of Life itself where the show is.
Okay.
They didn't really change the queue up much, I'll tell you. I mean, once you get in the underground thing where the posters are all new and everything, but it's kind of like, you guys.
Yeah, Judy.
Oh, hell yeah. I hope we get a Nick. We got a Judy. Now, Judy, that's a good point. Who would I most want here? Judy would be one of them. Judy and Nick, Flash. And then probably pretty much any other one. Oh, I just realized too, Judy is wearing the 3D glasses. Oh, she has them above her head. But that's exactly what the glasses look like. Yeah. It's that yellow and everything.
Yeah.
That's cool. This is like, tougher plastic.
At least half the people have the glasses.
That's cool, because it is based on the ride. Oh yeah, even on the cover art. I don't know how I just now I'm realizing that, but whoa, girl, I haven't even opened my. She's excited about it, huh? All right, let's see. Oh, okay, cool. This is a really good one. I can't think of her name, but we got the mobster's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to say much about this stuff here because I don't want to.
It looks like a drone.
Don't want to spoil anything for my lady. You'll see. That's a really cool pin. All right, so Love both of them. Already love both of them.
All right, let's see.
Come on, be good, be good, be good, be good. It's got to be, well, it could be. Are you fucking shit? She just pulled out the tiniest sliver. That's all right, we got a trader.
Got
Damn it. Dang it. Now watch me open a Judy. Watch me open a fucking Judy. I mean, I love Judy, but I don't need 2 Judys. I'd like to have 3 different.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because there's 8 in the set. I'm gonna pull a Mary. Let's just get a.
No, I think you're okay. No.
Oh wait, no, you might be right. I think we got somebody different.
You got the Shakira.
Oh yeah, we got. Okay. We got Giselle Shakira. I want to say Giselle because she's a gazelle. I don't know if that was. Maybe that is what they named her.
Oh no.
Now, also, if you've been on the rides, you know the funny thing about this. Again, I am not spoiling it for Mary, but I thought it was pretty fucking funny. That was pretty cool. That's got to be the weakest one in there, though, just where she's, like, shadowed out. But again, kind of makes sense. Her and the tree are probably the least interesting ones, but they're still very cool. And I will say I like these a lot. I would like to get a complete set, particularly because of how good the Judy looks. Like, it's very vibrant. It
I think
pops.
I would like to get a Nick.
Got to
personally.
got to at least get a Nick. So we have at least 2 more of these vlogs we have to do. So we will make sure we open these. Not next week. Next week is probably Star Wars or something. But we're gonna come back and even if we don't put it in the vlog, we will open the other set before we go, so we know what we're looking for. But yeah, there you go. That's it's the kitty toy. I thought, why do I have like a film track line over here? It's a kitty toy. All right, we're gonna go. That is that part. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Then I'm gonna be like, I got a very special pin trade for a very special cast member. Cool. All right. More vlog. Cocktail time, motherfuckers. This is I call the wine. That's a damn good cocktail, Mary. You want to try? Fucking with you. Listen, I'm gonna have to finish the cocktail tomorrow because I had an idea. I looked over the recipe. I was very unenthused about it. It sounded way cooler earlier. So we're gonna do something we've been needing to do for a while. So we're gonna need to do a step a day ahead. But I got a plan for tomorrow. We'll figure it out. So we're gonna make some simple syrup, a very special simple syrup. We are going to make a cinnamon dark and stormy. So because my buddy Taylor created, I think she created it over at Azure. And it was a
Taylor,
delicious.
not Gail?
Yeah, I thought it was Gail, but it was actually Taylor.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically dark and stormy, but it is going to involve a cinnamon-based simple syrup and some lemon juice, as well as dark rum and ginger beer. Yes, we have ginger beer. So we're gonna make the simple syrup real quick, and we'll do the rest of this tomorrow. Simple syrup, very simple. Equal parts white sugar, equal parts water, boil, dissolve, blah, 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 blah. We need a day to infuse cinnamon. We'll come back to that in a second. So I got a pot out here. It's not my smallest pot, but it'll get the trick done. I got a very, very full,
Why don't you just pour the sugar into the cup?
Because if it's a smaller cup, Mary, it's very easy to go boop, push it against the side and get a perfect scoop out. This is just too large of a cup. I don't usually do it this way. So that was going to be my next step. But if this was a half cup, look, I would have easily gotten a perfect half cup out of there, no problem.
Yeah, but again, it's a bigger cup.
Then I realized in the moment you didn't give me a chance to rectify my situation. Because honestly, I like doing it the other way because I don't overdo it. I think that's a little more. Actually, that's about right.
Yeah.
Well, I got a little on the floor. See, that's messier. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to waste a cup, but I just want to show you, like, if I was doing, hell, even a quarter cup, you just get that in and you go flat against the side and boom, you got your thing and it's no mess.
Yeah, I understand that.
That would be my normal method. Cup of water.
Why don't you take the pot over there so you...
You just don't want me to do things my way at all.
No, I want you to do them the right way.
Those were like, that was like stuck in the dishwasher, by the way. Good, it didn't melt. Mary ran the dishes. Oh, good. Now my pot's ready for use. That would have been better.
You saw it had 4 minutes left on it.
You know, I also just realized I think I normally do a half cup and a half cup because this is going to be a lot of simple shrimp.
Well, we're putting a lot of cinnamon sticks into it.
Well,
so.
also the cinnamon sticks have gotten kind of old. They're still good, but...
It's a more or less airtight container.
So, we just stir this up till it super dissolves and comes to a boil. This should only take a minute or two. Maybe... You can already see that it's getting less cloudy. Or at least, you know, changing color a bit. Not quite as white and sugary as it was. And again, larger pot, flatter surface, it should theoretically heat up faster. Almost dissolved. I can feel the heat coming up. It'll probably dissolve a little bit more once the heat comes on. And while we're waiting on that a second, crap baskets. Well, you know, there's a thing we need to put away anyways. I might need this. Oh, no, oh, that's too big.
What?
Shit. I was looking for half the size of one of those. Well, if we're gonna shove all the cinnamon sticks in though.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, once we take if we want to strain it out there and put something smaller, we can.
We will, because I was going to put it in a squeeze bottle. I like having my simple.
Okay.
It's a lot easier to pour out and measure, but I realized with all this in there that we need to infuse for a day.
Yeah.
Because we should have basically 8 ounces of stuff. This is a 16-ounce jar, in case you're wondering. Mm-hmm. And then we just got to find a whole bunch of uses for more cinnamon simple syrup.
Or maybe this is a really good cocktail and we just keep making it.
It was a really good cocktail when she made it, so... But I'm not Taylor. Nor am I Gail. Nor am I Sidney Prescott. Nor am I Skeet Ulrich. That doesn't work because I'm doing actors and characters. But you know who I am? Lon Cena. Listen, they already took John. They already took Ron. It took me a minute to find what's another O-N name. And then I thought Lon Chaney. Con Cena. Oh, there's something to that. Guys. And yeah, you can see as it's heating up.
Itty beans, are you okay? Jack.
Dude, for
give me some space.
She started. He just came over and said hi. And she's like, "Arr." But you can see that's already getting way clearer. Mm-hmm. I think I mostly just have some sugar residue on the bottom. So there's all kinds of things you can do with infused simple syrup. You can infuse it with lots of stuff. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to think of what else I might want to infuse a simple syrup with someday.
Yeah, I know you did candy corn once and that was disgusting.
Well, that wasn't... I used candy corn instead of sugar. And it was awesome. Mary is a liar. She hates candy corn. She's an anti-candy corn propagandist. The problem was, I also did an infused candy corn vodka. And then I used candy corn simple syrup with candy corn vodka. And that was too fucking much. One or the other in that regard. I can't tell if I keep hearing itty bit or a car. I think she's calmed down.
I'm trying to figure out where Jack has gone to.
Where did he go to? Oh, right there. You came out and surprised that.
Jack!
She does not like to play that way, buddy.
Jack, do you need to go back downstairs?
I mean, you're gonna in a minute anyways. As soon as Daddy gets this shit boiled and...
Do you want phone? No? You gonna turn down phone? You love phone. You love phone, Itty Beans. What's up?
I'm a little bothered by Jiggy Jack.
Are you pining for the fjords?
Oh, by the way, please ignore our stove. I have been on a cook-a-thon recently, so it's gotten very messy in the last couple of days. We're almost to a boil. I think what we'll do, Mary, is because, you know, we just like to be thorough and showing people in real time how long this takes. Mm-hmm. We're gonna let this cool while we go downstairs and hang out a little bit and then feed the kids. Then we'll come up and put it in the jar and do that. It should just take a minute.
Okay.
Because that is basically good. I think so. I could stop there.
So it doesn't have to be a rolling boil?
I guess we'll let it go rolling boil, but it's definitely surface boiling. I know you see lots of bubbles on the bottom, but
bubbles.
I mean, it's getting pretty boily.
Tiny little bubbles. I have no idea how that song goes.
Tiny bubbles. Yeah, you know about as much as I do.
Tiny cobra bubbles.
So, yeah, take the heat off of that. I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm going to move it towards you and just give it, yeah, there we go. Okay, I just wanted to get off the burner so you can see that the bottom, all those bubbles will go away. Looks pretty clear. It is boiled. That is your basic simple syrup if you've never seen us do it. So if a drink calls for simple syrup, you can buy it. But honestly, this is going to taste a lot better. And it obviously is not difficult. All right, we're gonna let that cool. We'll be back in we'll be back in 20 or 30, and then we'll infuse the cinnamon. So actually, while we're here, let's just, so my buddy Taylor, she also gave me a whole bunch of cinnamon stalks, but she also gave them to me yeah, they still smell nice. She gave them to me, 2 months ago? We've been sitting on this idea for a while, and she said they do lose potency and stuff, so that's why instead of just 1 or 2, we're just gonna throw them all in there. Okay, we'll be back, we'll infuse, and then tomorrow we'll make the drink. Bye-bye. No, I mean, I've been drinking, but I ain't that bad. All right, so our shit cooled. It's been, I don't know, like an hour almost. So I got my little funnel in my jar. Clean all of that out of there. But...
Not sure you necessarily need a funnel for this job.
No, I probably could have done that. Honestly, I was just thinking I'd be better safe than sorry.
Okay.
Since I have been drinking and everything. Oh, shit.
What?
That's a substantially larger jar. I don't know how well my cinnamon's actually going to sit in there. How is that? I guess... So I guess the sugar dilutes, and we basically have a cup and a half. We should have, if it's 2 cups, it should be 16 ounces. We have about 12 ounces in there.
But, how much air is in sugar?
I don't know.
A lot.
I'm just saying that this is a much larger jar than it should have been.
So,
put the cinnamon in. We may have to mush it down. I don't know.
I'm
gonna put all this in there.
And like I said, the thing with sugar is, there's space between the granules.
Yeah. I just wasn't thinking stuff through. Anyways, we're gonna let this sit for not quite 24 hours, I guess, because we're gonna make this drink earlier. Shit. I don't know.
It'll probably be fine. We can always sample it beforehand to see if it feels like it needs more.
I just didn't think that through. I was told it needs to sit for a day, but...
Well, did they say a day or did they specifically say 24 hours?
Like 24 hours, like a day. I don't know.
Well, if
it's been like 2 months. I wish that would sit lower in there, but I guess it's good enough.
Well, it'll probably take on water. Yeah, they'll get waterlogged basically, and they'll kind of sink on their own probably.
Yeah, hopefully. I was also thinking, oh shit, our fridge is so full, but then I remembered I got that space. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Yo, you can't see. Never mind. All right, so we're back to finish the cocktail. I've had 2 margaritas with delicious tacos for dinner because it's Tuesday. We have decided we are going to skip the big unboxing tonight. You may have already noticed. Just letting you know. Last minute decision. I got to get this vlog out. I don't have a clue what I want to open. I don't want to open those lightsabers yet. That'll be next time. So just so you know. But now we're going to make the cinnamon dark and stormy. Many, many iterations of this. So we have let this soak for almost a full day, actually. So now we're going to strain it out into a smaller thing. You know what I'm going to do? We're not going to use this. I just got to feel this is just a bad idea. I'm about to make a mess if I try to pour that. Because then one of those giants fall in and it just... I'm over here.
I'm sorry.
One of the giant things fall in and then it creates like a river splashing off to the side.
That's why I said the funnel.
Yeah, well, I think what I can do is because... I think, honestly, we can just get those out and toss them. And then I can just...
Okay.
Hell, should I even just... Then I'm not even going to worry about using a new jar. Why dirty a dish?
Because it takes up a lot less space.
Fair enough. All right, we'll still dirty a new jar. All right, so let me just get these Let me get these bad boys out of here. We'll let them strain out a little bit.
Does it look like they absorbed?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the coloration. I don't know how well it'll show on camera. We'll go close up here in a minute, but you can see that the simple syrup has definitely changed color a little. It smells good too. You definitely smell the cinnamon. The cinnamon also looks healthier, I guess, because it kind of got rehydrated. Because like I said, it was kind of old. Not terribly old, but...
You know what cinnamon is, right?
Tree bark.
Yes. Good job. Can I smell it?
Yeah, but I'm going to grab a funnel, because you're right. We probably still should funnel this just a little bit. Oh, yeah, you definitely smell the cinnamon.
A little bit.
Yeah, and you can see, I don't know how well it shows up on camera, maybe with some white.
I can.
That it definitely is not just water any longer. This is an idea just in case it drips. Actually, I probably did not need the funnel, but better safe than sorry.
Oh,
I know it's getting close. Well, we might have to make two just so we don't... Okay, well, we're gonna work from there. This will be fine for later, and you're right, this takes less room, and we'll find some other cocktails that uses that. Or we'll just make a bunch more of these, because they're probably pretty tasty. All right, I got a fresh squeezed lemon. Some things say lime, but I know Taylor, the version she made, she used lemon. So, and I didn't mean that it's lemon, it's not lemon. I just realized that's actually a thing. So I need a measuring cup. I forgot to get one of those.
I think Miss E-Bean's being all ladylike over there.
Yeah, she decided to actually hang out amongst the people sometimes. Oh, yeah, she probably doesn't want that on. If you don't want that on the internet, she probably doesn't want that on the internet.
That's the internet.
You're better off not knowing, sweetie. You're such a peaceful life. Okay, we're gonna fill our highball glass with some ice.
Okay. Miss E-Beans. You're so cute. So stinking cute.
All right, I went about eight pieces.
Toe beans. Okay.
No, she's worth it. You're good. All right, 2 ounces of dark rum. I'm gonna use the Jonah's Curse because I think Mary has a big thing of Kraken hidden on me, but we poured through the Kraken recently.
You were supposed to buy me more. Did you ever buy me more?
Oh, I thought you had a big one too.
No.
No, I'll put it on the list. I'll be back at the liquor store eventually. It may be a month or two, but I'll be back. Really, no laugh on that one? Did it ever take you a month or two to go back in?
I was rewinding through this. It's like, what happened to the last one? I think it was making that coffee drink.
Something like that, yeah.
That instant coffee.
All right, we're gonna do half an ounce. That sounds right. Half an ounce of lemon juice here. Also, this recipe I'm looking at uses a different blend of simple syrup. There's a lot more ingredients in there, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and do an ounce because I really want to taste it.
And we have a lot left to burn through.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, ounce of simple syrup. And then 3 to 4 ounces of ginger beer.
It's about half that can.
Top with a ginger beer. Okay, I don't storm, so we're layering. And then stir gently at the end. Okay, garnish with a wedge or whatever. Yeah, I don't know if I want to...
Just pour half of it.
I'm not great at judging that.
Okay, you're probably good.
Actually, I could tell a little splash more. Okay. I said I'm not good at judging that, and then all my experience recently of pouring half a bottle of club soda in Disney hotels came back to me. It's like, you know what? I am good at judging that. Okay. Gentle stir. Reusable straw here.
Okay, that's.
Let me make my drink. All right, ginger simple syrup. Oh, that smells good. maybe half an ounce of the simple syrup. It does say half an ounce to an ounce. It's very sweet.
Here, let me try.
Oh, it's good though. Oh, it's very good, but be aware it's gonna be very sweet. Not intolerably sweet, but it's at my limit. I would not want it sweeter.
I can see that.
I might also go a little heavier on the lemon juice here. Hardly get it, but that might also just be
The sugar.
yeah, how much simple syrup's in there. But it's good.
Okay. How about I save you from this one?
Well, I was gonna
and then
suggest
you can make yourself.
you don't like them as sweet. I can drink that. I was gonna say I can make you one, but let me taste it. We'll figure out.
I think I can take sweeter drinks more than you can.
Okay, fair enough then. Fair enough. There's a few things you can take more than I can. All right, I'm gonna get another highball glass before I get myrtleized. 4, 6, 7, 8.
Hi.
All right.
You have fun? She says, no, I'm good. Okay.
Got 8 ice cubes. I'm gonna do 2 ounces of the rub. I don't know that I'm tasting the cinnamon as much in there as I expected, though. It's there, but it's not as oomphy as I expected. And I'm gonna go a little bit heavier on my lemon juice, just a little. So we did half an ounce. I'm gonna go about 3/4, just shy of 3/4. And then I will go for the half ounce here of the syrup. Whoop, went a little over half ounce, but not terrible. Substantially less than I put in the first one. And we'll top with the rest of that. And yeah, looks like I did the half about right on both of them. Just about. And I get the pink straw.
Really?
I'm Elvira. Give me your straw. Boy, for those of you that just put this on the background and listen, you sure missed a visual. Gentle stirring. It looks good. It almost looks like butterbeer. It's got that color kind of to
yeah.
it. Mmm. That's way more on point. Oh yeah, yeah, because the lemon comes through just a little bit. The simple syrup balances. Hint of the cinnamon. Would you like to try this one just to see the difference?
Sure.
I think both of these are good, but I think that one is more what we're looking for. It's kind of amazing that much simple syrup can make that big a difference.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I can definitely taste the lemon. I'm not sure about some of the other things.
I didn't go that much heavier on the lemon. I went like, what, a 1/4 ounce? Maybe? Not even? Anyways, I think my version is much more balanced. That's much more sweet. They're both very good. It's gonna come down to your palate, I would say.
Yeah.
You want it sweeter, hit it with more of the syrup. You want it a little less sweet, hit it with less syrup. Tiny bit more lemon juice. You can also try it with lime juice. Now I'm kind of curious, since we can't do much with this. We did bring up another thing though. I may make another
Why
one of these.
don't you get one of the long handle spoons?
Because I just wanted a tasting spoon. I got it in there, no problem.
Okay.
I just want to taste the tiniest bit of it on its own. Oh, the cinnamon is, oh.
Now I have to try
Yeah,
it.
no, you do, because that shit is good, dude. That tastes like your cinnamon sugar mix, which, I mean, obviously it's what it is. It's like liquid cinnamon sugar. You want a long handle spoon? Okay. Ooh. Okay, good. I thought I almost pointed some addresses, but we're okay. I didn't know you were coming around. I wasn't prepared. Oh, that's a big spoonful. I did like half of that, but.
Yeah, no, I'm not tasting it.
Really? Oh, I definitely am.
You are also the super taster.
True, but that's awesome. That
I
tastes.
taste primarily sugar.
I get like cinnamon toast crunch out of that. That's what I get out of that. I'm sitting here thinking, if you can thicken that up and make that like a syrup, that would be amazing on your pancakes, your ginger pancakes.
Yeah, no, but seriously, I'm not.
Okay. Well, you know, like Mary says, she does not have quite the palate I do. She has a palate. She finds me quite palatable. Maybe if she was a super taster like me, we would have a problem. I didn't mean that to sound as dirty as you could make that. Usually I mean to sound it dirty like that, but that was not my intention here. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I would remake this. I'm glad. Apparently I'm going to have a lot of it. I also need to put extra ginger beer on the list.
Yeah, I think the only reason... I think the only reason I can tell the difference between this and the Dark and Stormy I would make myself is that it has the lemon juice in it. Because my Dark and Stormies are just dark rum and ginger beer.
Yeah, there's no simple syrup, nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, so the syrup and the lemon, I can't say like I can really taste the cinnamon.
Well, like I said, in the drink, it's just hardly barely there. But when I tasted that simple syrup, it's like, that is cinnamon sugar. That was awesome. And like I said, I would love to make a syrup out of that and put it on your ginger pancakes. That would be...
Now, I make cinnamon sugar to put on...
I don't need that.
my English muffins in the morning. The thing is, it's a lot of cinnamon that's in that sugar.
How do you, Governor? Is that what you do to me every morning? This is a horrible English accent, but...
Why are we even doing an English accent?
Because you put the cinnamon sugar on your English buns in the morning.
English muffins.
Well, you said buns, though. That's why I'm making the joke.
I'm pretty sure I said muffins.
Roll the tape back. All right, listen, I really like this. Apparently, mileage may vary. It's just amazing how well I can taste the cinnamon in the syrup, but not so much in the drink. Granted, you could probably put a cinnamon stick in the drink and continue to bring the flavor out, but I like this enough that I'm glad we have lemon juice. We have whatchamacallit, and we brought another one of these up, so I'm going to have another one in a minute. All right, sorry about the unboxing. We'll do something cool next time. But that's it. I got to go finish this vlog. Thank you, everybody. Later. There you have it. Another fantastic vlog. It's after midnight. It's 42 outside, but if it's supposed to go up a few degrees. If it goes up a few degrees in the next hour, I'm going on the deck and I'm going to rock and roll. Enjoy the vlog. I hope you had a good time. I had a good time making it, all things considered. I get to do cool stuff tomorrow. Okay, hopefully you had a good time. Next time we'll be back for some more Disney. What is the next one? Is the next one Life Day? Might be. Enjoy that. I'm excited to go on the next Disney trip finally. I mean, I'm still kind of burnt on some of the stuff because solo, but I'm excited to do stuff with Mary. And then I'm also excited to go to Disney with Mary. Comment below. Let me know. Geek out with me in the comments. I love to hear what you have to say. Other than that, oh, look at my hair. Beautiful. I need a haircut. Click the thumbs up button. Give me the good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. I'm still drinking. Remember that we will get through this. We will get through this together. If you're wondering, I tend to like to drink my vodka sodas through a straw because if I don't drink through a straw, they're gone way too fast. It's not that I want to drink through a straw. It's that slows me the hell down. If it's a straight liquor, like a tequila, a scotch or something, I can sip it, no problem, because it's going to burn if I don't. Vodka sodas is like practically just drinking water, so I have to take it a little easy. All right, other than that, check out my music. It's very cool. It's very cool. It's getting cooler. This is my old Les Paul studio. I love it. I still love it. But my new Les Paul studio, holy shit. It's going to be good stuff. Good stuff. I also there's this Fender Player Series 2. It's a Guitar Center exclusive that I really want. I didn't realize it. I just learned about it last night. I wasn't even looking, and Dad pointed it out when we were getting a new pedal. And it's a Player Series 2. It has an HSS configuration, but it's Seymour Duncan pickups, Saturday Night Special pickups. And I believe, if I understand correctly, it's the first time that Seymour Duncan has ever put single coils like on a Strat or in general. But it looks amazing. I saw a video and like the telly version of it. So what am I doing? Check out my music anywhere you listen to music. Look up Eric Butts. Have a fun time doing it. In the meantime, there's still plenty of video game Let's Plays coming, food and cooking videos, and filmmaking stuff. All that and more you can follow right here. Go to TheEricButts.com for all your funky butts fun. There's more with links in the description below, so click the see more button to see more butts. And I have to go do more editing than I want right now. Also, randomly, if you're expecting me to do a Marvel's Wonder Man trailer, the music owners worldwide blocked it. So if you don't see anybody talking about that Wonder Man trailer or like reactors doing it, probably the same thing. So the trailer was cool though. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go live more life and get ready for more Disney and make some more rockin' tunes. And one day maybe I'll collaborate with Ron Cena. That'd be amazing. Actually, Seriously though, Ron Killings, like his music is dope. And I actually, the first time I heard his music was like, holy shit, like I'd love to get him featured on a song. Like we would make something stellar together. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye.